Central opening up the season, hosting the McDowell Titans. And we have other teams in action as well. First of all, if you have not heard the news yet today, the game tonight in Avondale, Thomas Jefferson Classical Academy, the Griffins were scheduled to open up their season tonight, hosting Charlotte Commonwealth. This is a relatively new charter school in Charlotte, but the game has been canceled for tonight. It will not be scheduled to be made up. It remains to be seen if Commonwealth will be able to play any football games this season. They are on a number of teams' schedule. But evidently, what happened was there was some kind of a problem with insurance verification. And because the state office did not have notice that they had adequate or proper insurance, and I suppose what they're talking about is the liability insurance, which would involve not only the travel for the team, but also, the game itself. State office notified Charlotte Commonwealth that they were ineligible to play. Now, for the benefit of the school, hopefully they can get those problems worked out, and they will be able to play the games that they are scheduled to play the remainder of the season. Now, for the Griffins, they're not exactly happy campers, because I know that Coach Cash probably feels like he was entitled to receive a forfeit win for that scheduled game tonight, but evidently the state office has denied that request, saying that it had nothing to do with the team itself. It was more of a, quote, business matter. Therefore, they would not award a forfeit of the game. Now, what has that done? Well, that has forced Coach Cash, Athletic Director Eddie Taylor are now scrambling, trying to fill their open date, which was scheduled a couple of weeks away. But now it looks like TJ will try to play 11 games in a row. And obviously one of the things that hurts, too, is the fact that tonight was a home game. And, of course, all of our schools always looking forward to having the home game because that's a revenue generator to sustain the operating cost of the athletic program. So it is just not a good situation. But Charlotte Commonwealth could not play tonight. There is no game in Avondale. That means TJ should open up the regular season next Friday night in Avondale at home. They are scheduled to host the Hickory Hawks. And let's keep our fingers crossed, knock on wood, that the Hickory Hawks will be fielding a team and will show up next Friday night in Avondale. Hey, we've got two other games on the road tonight. East Rutherford Cavaliers traveling up to Henderson County tonight. Cavaliers visiting West Henderson. Now, the Falcons did not make the playoffs this past season. And in fact, when you look back, it has been 9 years since East Rutherford and West Henderson have squared off on the gridiron. Now, they played twice, 2009, 2010. Cavaliers came away with wins both of those years, 25-21 back in 2009 and 21-8 back in 2010. Last year, of course, East Rutherford had a very good season. Cavaliers finished up 10-3 overall. They were 3-2 in the Southwestern Conference. They made it to the second round of the 2A playoffs last year, but were eliminated by Reedsville 41-6. Cavaliers looked really good in their scrimmage with East Henderson. Understand they did not fare as well during their second scrimmage, but I like the Cavaliers' chances tonight on the road up at West Henderson. One other game tonight involving our local teams. Chase, the Trojans, on the road as well. They are traveling to Bessemer City to face the Yellow Jackets. Last year, the Trojans, first year for Coach Court Radford, they finished 4-7 overall, 2-3 in the conference. Unfortunately, did not make the postseason playoffs. Bessemer City last year finished up 7-6 overall. They lost in the second round of the 1AA playoffs to East Surrey, 62-22. Last year, the Trojans defeated Bessemer City by a score of 38-7. They will try to make it 2 wins in a row when they make the road trip tonight to Bessemer City. Good news, we have at least a couple of our reporters who have made that road trip tonight, and we do expect to have updates throughout the evening in the game Chase at Bessemer City. Also looking forward to getting some updates tonight, East Rutherford at West Henderson. And, of course, we are right here in Rutherfordton, so we'll be able to bring you the split-second action, I guess you could say, as we bring you the play-by-play tonight between the Hilltoppers and the McDowell Titans. We'll be back momentarily with more on the Countdown to Kickoff.
Be one of the first to enjoy the grand reopening of Lifestyle Wellness and Spa Thursday, August 29th. One day only, but you'll want to see the renovated pool, the new Precor ellipticals, and, of course, the hydro massage chairs. What a treat that is. Lifestyle Wellness and Spa has been locally owned and operated for 31 years. This event Thursday, August 29th, is a celebration of the new renovated pool, the new equipment, and their great programs for seniors. Join for only $1 for a limited time and be a part of the team that cares about you and your health. Be there Thursday, August 29th at Lifestyle Wellness and Spa, Rockwood Plaza, Forest City.
Stop in soon to the famous Jesse James of Railroad Express. Order up a delicious burger or specialty burger, club sandwich, or one of Jesse's popular hot dogs, a fresh salad, taco salad, or treat yourself to a refreshing milkshake. All orders made fresh every day. Hours are Monday through Saturday, 7 until 4, Wednesday, 7 until 11, closed on Sunday. Jesse James Railroad Express, 531 Railroad Avenue, Rutherfordton, or call 828-447-4644. Mondays only. Mention this ad and get a regular hot dog with mustard, chili, and onions for only 99 cents. That's Mondays only. People who know best know the why shoppers go to Farmer's Friend Feed, Seed, and Supply for several reasons. The prices are better, the choices are greater, and you will like the service you get. Right now, you can enjoy special pricing on assorted deer products. Also purchase fish mocks, 100 count, 250 milligram, only $15.99 at Farmer's Friend. Better pricing on value-packed dog food. George has used farm equipment you should see before you buy someplace else. Refill your 20-pound propane tank for $10.99. Now that's a great value. Farmer's Friend Feed, Seed, and Supply, located 188 Whiteside Road, Rutherfordton.
From the county seat in Rutherfordton to the foothills of the Carolinas, you're listening to the best of both worlds. 100.9 FM and 590 AM. WCAB.
High school football Friday night here on WCAB. You've tuned in to the Countdown to Kickoff. I am Mr. Friday Night, Jay Coombs, alongside Cliff Palmieri. We are getting closer to our 7:30 kickoff here tonight. RS Central hosting the McDowell Titans. Trying to frantically put together, I was checking the radar. Good news is I don't see any threatening weather in the close vicinity of us here in Rutherford County. So it looks like everything is green light for a 7:30 kickoff, and let's keep our fingers crossed. We may be able to get into this game in its entirety without any interference from Mother Nature. High school football Friday night can be heard this season not only on 100.9 FM, you'll also find us on 590 AM, and you'll also find us streaming live online at WCABfootball.com. Our internet web streaming services provided by Bill Teal of Signature Web Designs. High school football Friday night being brought to you in part this season by Maxwell B. Hamrick Insurance in Spindale. Also by Robbins Auto Parts, located on Harris Henrietta Road in Henrietta. Also our thanks to Andrew Tisdale, financial advisor with Edward Jones, located in the Food Lion Plaza in Rutherford. Hey, we have a couple of other games of interest in the area tonight to take a look at. One of which, Cliff, you talk about a cool opportunity for a high school football player. We have one game tonight that is being played in Boiling Springs at Gardner Webb. That is the matchup between Kings Mountain and Burns tonight. Interesting that they have decided to play the game at Gardner Webb. But what a cool atmosphere as a high school football player to play in the college stadium.
Yeah, there's a good chance that maybe Gardner Webb has a scout out there that's looking at you, and you get a chance to play in front of their crowd. It's a neutral field, and people are going to look at you. You got a chance to audition for a college.
Polk County tonight is at home, and the Wolverines are hosting the Braves from Cherokee. Cherokee making quite a road trip tonight to come to Columbus to visit Polk County. Crest, the Chargers at home tonight in Boiling Springs. They are hosting their rivals, Red Raiders from South Point. Shelby tonight opens up the season on the road in Morganton at Freedom. Morganton Patton tonight making a road trip to North Buncombe. Other games in the Southern Piedmont Conference tonight. Gastonia Highland Tech is at East Burke. North Gaston at East Gaston. Community School of Davidson at North Moore. Quite a road trip there. Charlotte Providence Day tonight is at Mountain Island Charter and Winston-Salem Quality Education Academy at Pine Lake Prep. North Henderson at Hendersonville. Owen at East Henderson. T.C. Robertson up in Boone at Watauga tonight. Franklin is at Asheville High. Mitchell at Asheville Irwin. East Forsyth at A.C. Reynolds. And talk about an interesting matchup. It is the very first week of the high school football season, and there is a conference game being played on the very first week of the year. This involves the newest addition to the 1A Southern Piedmont Conference. Christ the King out of Mooresville. They tonight are at Cherville. So the Crusaders become the newest members of the Southern Piedmont Conference. And on the very first week of the season, they will have a conference game tonight. It'll be the Iron Men of Cherville hosting the newest members of the conference, Christ the King. I don't know, but this is somewhat unusual. But you think about, wow, the very first game of the year, and it counts for the conference standings. That's pretty unreal.
Yeah, normally you want to get your feet under you, get the cobwebs dusted off a little bit before you go into your conference. And that's similar to why a lot of teams like their open week before they go to conference, where they get healthy. I can't imagine playing conference game, the first game of the year. It's going to set your tone. Kind of reminds me, I know they weren't conference, but it reminds me back in the day when East Rutherford and Chase and RS played those first 3 games of the season. And if you won it, you were on fire. If you lost it, you weren't. Playing your conference game first off, that's got to be tough.
Yeah. Speaking of new teams in the conference, we also have a new team in the Southwestern Conference this year. Welcome back, Burns Bulldogs. Burns last year competed at the 3A level, but Burns one of a number of schools who successfully petitioned the North Carolina High School Athletic Association office in Chapel Hill to move down to 2A status due to a significant drop in their school enrollment last year. The state approved the request. So this year, which normally for our schools here in Rutherford County would be a very easy scheduling year, well, not true this year, because all of our schools now have had to deal with a new conference team. And that means you lose one of your non-conference opponents. And a lot of times they can make for a very confusing, difficult scheduling situation because there are certain rivalries that are non-conference that you really want to hold on to and keep, but you are forced to add the additional team because they are part of the conference, and you have to play everybody in the conference. Well, Burns is back in the Southwestern 2A Conference, and we will see the Bulldogs back in against Chase, East, RS Central, and, of course, in addition to Shelby, South Point, and East Gaston. And Christ the King, as we mentioned, the newest member of the Southern Piedmont Conference. That conference now, by the way, 9 teams in the conference. That means, TJ, 8 of their games are conference games this year.
That's mind-blowing.
That's a big conference.
I mean, well, they just add a couple more and just make the whole season a conference game.
If they keep expanding, it's going to get to that point sooner or later. So there are some changes this year. Also, there are going to be some changes with the play clock during the game this season. Now, it's somewhat confusing, but they're going to run a 25-second play clock, and then at times there's also a 40-second, and I have not gotten the clarification as far as when it becomes a 25, when it becomes a 40, but we'll keep our eyes open for that here tonight, and we'll see if we can kind of catch this rule change concerning the play clock, and this will be the first game of the year that we'll be able to see how that's going to work out. Okay, we are getting closer, and both of our teams have gone through their opening warm-ups here in Rutherfordton. Hey, I've got a good crowd of people starting to show up now. Hey, I'm starting to see a few Hawaiian shirts. I am feeling a whole lot more comfortable now.
Oh, yeah, the student body section, definitely there's a few. There's about 6, 7. There's a couple parents over there. So you're not the one they fooled to wear a Hawaiian shirt. You're now part of the team.
Oh, yay. That's what I was hoping for. That just thought was kind of a cool idea. When they announced it was Hawaiian night, I thought, hey, Mr. Friday Night can do that routine too. Kind of like Hawaii. I have never actually been to Hawaii, though. I've been to a lot of beaches, but I haven't been that far away. Maybe one of these days I'll make the trip. Although, I know that Cliff used to work with somebody who actually was from Hawaii, and if I remember the story right, at work you would have Hawaiian theme days, but he had a different take on what Hawaiian theme was.
Yeah, so him being from Hawaii, I asked him one day, I was like, why don't you ever wear a Hawaiian shirt? He goes, hey, brother, I can't wear my Hawaiian shirt because in Hawaii, Hawaiian shirt means no shirt. So obviously he couldn't show up to his business job, it's not business. Wearing no shirt,
That is great.
Bo, if you're listening, I hope I did you justice with the accent.
But you think about, you see the TV shows and you say, and yes, most of the time, you see a lot of the Hawaiians were, shirtless. Yeah. So I suppose that's part of the normal culture there.
Shirtless and flip-flops all the time.
Wow, can you imagine? What a great lifestyle. Hey, we are getting closer to our 7:30 kickoff. Always having a good time and looking forward to kicking off another exciting season of high school football. Certainly happy to have you along with us, my 24th season. And, yes, I would like to thank Jacob Conley of the Daily Courier. A lot of people have told me in the last couple of weeks they saw the big article that appeared a couple of weeks ago in the Weekender edition. Certainly, I have to thank Jacob. I told him, I said, man, you made me sound really, really good. And then I ran into Scott Bowers here earlier tonight, and Scott cracked me up because in the article, he made some kind of a quote like, yeah, Jay was a great guy. And I was like, oh, this kind of reads like my obituary, and maybe I've passed and nobody's told me yet. But Scott told me earlier tonight we were laughing about it. And I said, oh, yeah, I've had several people notice that your quote said me in the past tense, like, he's dead, he's gone. And Scott said, yeah, I wrote that, but I really meant it to be, like, put in the present tense. I said, yeah, it's all good. I said I was a great guy, but I'm no longer a great guy. But no, seriously, my thanks to Jacob Conley. He did a good job, and he pulled out some good pictures of us.
Yeah, it had our back-to-back Panther jersey wearing. Yeah, photo shoot we did, and had you and Scott, and talked about over the years the people that you have come in contact with. And you've called a lot of great games, Jay. I know you've been calling even back when I was in high school.
Oh, geez, that makes me feel really old now.
Actually, your career would have just started right when I was in school.
I remember it.
And I say career, but, Football Friday night.
Yeah.
And, like we've said many times, of course we'll say it again, I received a WCAB Football Player of the Game award, and I still have that plaque today. And, my son who plays now, every now and then I'll just break it out and say, you haven't got one of these yet. and I was like, and the bad thing is your dad's on the staff, which means if you could get one, that'd be the best time. But
it's been a lot of fun over the years, no doubt about it. Wow, it's hard to believe 20. Now earlier today, Jim Bishop tried to make this my 26th season. I said, hey Jim, don't age me any faster than I need to be. This is season number 24. For me here on High School Football Friday night. It's still a lot of fun, still look forward to it, and we're looking forward to this season as well. Back momentarily here on the Countdown to Kickoff.
If you're in search of the perfect wooden building, well, the search is over. J. Johnson Sales Incorporated offers all American-made, reliable, and sturdy products, and they can be installed in as little as 30 days. No credit check and financing is available. All buildings are custom-made, and J. Johnson is committed to the service even after the sale. They want you to be a lifelong customer and friend. Do business the old-fashioned way. Stop by and see them at 2690 US 221 South in Forest City. The American pride of Rutherford County is J. Johnson Sales. They've got your building. Stop in and see them today.
Market declines, unemployment, political uncertainty, oil prices. Today's headlines can be very scary. Hi, this is Andrew Tisdale, your Edward Jones financial advisor, and I'm here to work with you to help you understand the impact of these short-term events and how to be positioned for the long term. We provide the tools for a logical, reasoned, disciplined approach to investing. Don't let these headlines derail your long-term financial strategy. Come and stop by our office to set a face-to-face appointment for straight talk. We're at 173 Railroad Avenue in the Food Line Plaza. Edward Jones, making sense of investing.
Hey, Jane, are you ready to take a lunch break?
Sure, but have you noticed how expensive eating out has gotten? I need to run by the bank first.
No way. We're getting our lunch at the drop-in today. They have several options for half the price you'll pay at most places. Listen to this. We can get a small garden salad for only $3.49 or a hot hunk of pizza. That's a fourth of a whole pizza with a 32-ounce tea for only $3.49. And here's my favorite, a chicken strip with 2 hot wings, 3 potato wedges, and a roll for only...
Let me guess, $3.49.
That's correct, my friend. They have our family covered all day. The kids stop in on the way to school, and get this, 2 bacon and egg biscuits, only $3.49.
Well, what's for supper, Cindy?
That's easy. I'm picking up a single topping drop-in pizza for only $7.99.
Hey, let's go save some money. Come on, drop in.
From the county seat in Rutherfordton to the foothills of the Carolinas, you're listening to the best of both worlds. 100.9 FM and 590 AM. WCAB.
High School Football Friday night. We are broadcasting live via Verizon Wireless here on WCAB, and we are getting ever closer to our 7:30 kickoff tonight. RS Central getting ready to open up the new season, hosting their rivals up Highway 221, the McDowell Titans. Fans, I'm very excited to announce, now I hate to say too much because we don't know yet how this is all going to work out, but I have very high hopes this season that we are adding a new feature to our high school football Friday night broadcast. One of my students at Isothermal Community College, where yes, I do teach broadcasting and production technology, Aldo Serrani is going to join the broadcast team this season, but a totally different element involved here. Aldo is down on the sideline. Now, before you jump to conclusions to say, oh, good, it's a sideline reporter. No. Aldo has camera. Aldo will be shooting video of our featured game of the week every Friday night. And then he will be editing a highlight reel, and we will be putting that both on the WCAB YouTube channel and also probably on our Isothermal Community College broadcasting YouTube channel. So this is Aldo's first game to video, and we will find out how it goes. Hopefully a couple of days to edit. I think he can handle that, and we'll have some really cool highlights to put up. And Aldo promises he is going to get a lot of cheerleader shots. He is going to get a lot of crowd shots. He is going to get a lot of sideline shots. So we're looking forward to seeing as the season progresses. But I think it's going to add kind of a great new dimension to our high school football Friday night broadcast to be able to follow up after the fact with some video highlights of the game. Currently having our national anthem here at the Palace in Rutherfordton, and momentarily looks like both teams will be prepared to take to the gridiron, and I think we are going to be right on time for a 7:30 kickoff tonight. RS Central opening up the season, hosting McDowell. Well, stay tuned now because we are approaching our opening kickoff time. You have been listening to the countdown to kickoff.
Market declines, unemployment, political uncertainty, oil prices. Today's headlines can be very scary. Hi, this is Andrew Tisdale, your Edward Jones financial advisor, and I'm here to work with you to help you understand the impact of these short-term events and how to be positioned for the long term. We provide the tools for a logical, reasoned, disciplined approach to investing. Don't let these headlines derail your long-term financial strategy. Come and stop by our office to set a face-to-face appointment for straight talk. We're at 173 Railroad Avenue in the Food Line Plaza. Edward Jones, making sense of investing.
Your number one source for used, damaged, insurance auction, rebuildable auto parts, Robbins Auto Parts, 1875 Harris Henrietta Road, Henrietta. Robbins Auto Parts is a family-owned and operated business by Marty and Terry Robbins. Professional experience in auto parts since 1960. Call on Robbins Auto Parts, 657-5732, or visit them at www.robbinsautoparts.com.
With today's hurry-up and undependable world, you need an insurance agency that will give you excellent service. Maxwell B. Hamrick Agency delivers the security and service that you're looking for. You'll always be in good hands with Hamrick Insurance. They offer auto, business, homeowners, health, and life. They are an independent agency with 3 locations to conveniently serve you: Main Street in Boiling Springs, Lafayette Street in Shelby, and Huntley Street in Spindale. Call Maxwell B. Hamrick Insurance today at 286-2384.
We are remembering the classic oldies
right here on WCAB Rutherfordton.
The best of both worlds now. AM 590 and 100.9 FM.
High school football Friday nights here on the Foothills Mo Sports, 100.9 FM, 590 AM, WCAB, and we are streaming live online. You'll find us at WCABfootball.com. Fans, don't forget to follow us on both Facebook and Twitter throughout the season. And I do have an update You still have plenty of time if you would like to travel to Bessemer City to see Chase open up at Bessemer City tonight because of inclement weather. That game has now been scheduled for an 8:30 kickoff tonight. Chase at Bessemer City. Now, we have been following the weather here in Rutherfordton. Looks like it's going to cooperate with us tonight. Evidently not the case down at Bessemer City. And the rule generally is, if there is a lightning strike that is visible from the stadium, it is usually an automatic 30-minute delay per strike. So you have a lightning strike, well, that means you're already delayed 30 minutes. But if you get subsequent strikes, that just keeps pushing it back until eventually, if the game is pushed back to too late of a start time, they may have to postpone until Monday. Let's hope that will not be the case tonight in Bessemer City. Our team captain's now walking out toward the middle of the field. Cliff, I'll call out some numbers here, and you may be able to help me with some names. For the Hilltoppers, I have number 15.
That's Bryson Gerald. He's a wide receiver.
Number 40.
Number 40 is Bryson Phillips. He's a tight end and defensive lineman.
Number 58 for the Hilltoppers.
Gray Parton, offensive line and defensive line.
And number 65.
Number 65, Harrison Lane, offensive line and linebacker.
And for the McDowell Titans, they also bring out 4 co-captains tonight. Looks like we have a number 21.
Number 21, Brendan Allison, tight end. He's a senior.
And, of course, the others are completely blocked to where I cannot see their number currently. But we'll give that to you here momentarily. Understand we could have quite a few fans listening tonight from up in McDowell County, and we appreciate them tuning in to High School Football Friday nights here on WCAB. We're ready now for the coin toss. Our referee making introductions. Now, visitors do get to call it. Here's the flip. And let's see who has won the coin toss. It appears McDowell has won the coin toss. They will defer to the beginning of the third quarter. So that means that the Hilltoppers should be receiving this opening kick.
The field looks great considering the rain we got today. They've done a really good job.
Done a good job painting. The lines up here and stuff look really good before we get started. Folks don't realize that that is hard work. And in a lot of cases, not extra pay involved with that. Also, co-captains tonight for McDowell. There's number 14. I bet he's the quarterback.
Richard Handy. He is the tight end.
Oh, tight end. Also have a big lineman in there, number 51.
51, Levi Lister, offensive line.
And there is number 60, also good-sized.
Jonathan Ivey, defensive line, offensive line.
So, we are ready to bring our teams out onto the field. There is a huge banner on the RS Central side of the field coming out of the field house. That's one of the larger banners I think I've ever seen for one of our teams to try to bust through.
Yeah, the McDowell Titans brought a huge, it's like a parachute.
And here they come onto the field. They did successfully bust through it.
All cheerleaders made it down safely. Folks, I'm telling you, that thing was huge. You could probably tarp a house with that thing.
No kidding. I think that was one of the largest banners I've ever seen. I thought, wow, wouldn't it be awful if they hit it, but they can't bust through it. We have seen stranger
just kind of bouncing back onto their hindquarters.
I saw a great video the other game. It involved a Little League Pee Wee football team. But the kids came out, and some of the kids did not realize they were supposed to crash through the banner. And what they did was some of them came around the banner, and the coaches directed them to go. And what they did was they smacked into each other head on. at the banner, and it made for a big pile-up. And it was like, oh, my, this is not a good start to a game.
Looks like number 22, Xavier Toms, and I can't tell what number that is. Cross will be returning this kick.
Looks like the Hilltoppers tonight will be moving left to right. Okay, there's a number 6 out there for the return, too.
Taekwon Whiteside.
Whitesides. And as you mentioned, also see Tom's back there. And over on the far side of the field, I think that is looks like number 10 for the Hilltoppers.
Tyree Marcy.
So the ball is on the tee. Here's the kickoff, and we are underway with high school football. Taking it to the 15-yard line and working it up that far side of the field across the 40, up to the 43, up to the 44-yard line on the return. I believe that was Marcy on the return.
Tyree would probably got more yardage, but he kind of was running so hard he knocked the ball out of his hands and then had to dive onto it.
Nice return. And it's going to set the Hilltoppers offense up. 1st and 10. They put the ball back at the 43. 1st and 10 from the Hilltoppers 43. Hilltoppers using more of a flex bone offense this year. We'll see how this works out for Coach Hutchins and his team. Big hole over here on the right side, turning the corner just across the 50-yard line is Tom's on the carry. And he picks up a good 7 yards.
Yeah, there was nothing fancy. They just ran the ball right at McDowell.
So Xavier Toms collects 7 yards, makes it 2nd and 3. The ball just across midfield. And at this time, that ball breaks loose at the end of the play, but the whistle had blown the play dead. That was number 24 on the carry. That is C.J. Hannon for the Hilltoppers.
C.J. playing that fullback position looked like a lineman in the backfield.
And he picked up just enough yardage. It is a 1st down for Central. 1st and 10 Hilltoppers, and the ball at the McDowell 46. Officials taking a time out. They're trying to get the play clock accurate. Now, here's what we were talking about, the difference between the 25-second play clock and the 40-second play clock.
Yeah, they're signaling that it's supposed to be 40-second right now, and there was only 25 seconds on the play clock. Now, that's going to I could see that being a problem for your offensive coordinator, your quarterback, because you're always going to have to keep an eye on that before you even start calling your play.
Yes, it's going to be a big adjustment this year. And now he walks over to talk to Coach Hutchins and try to explain what.
And that doesn't help you out if you're RS, because now you got the momentum. You just got the 1st down.
And now you've got pause in the action as we try to figure out what to do with the play clock. You know, we've had a number of games where if the play clock is not functioning properly, they will simply say, we'll do away with it. Now Coach Hutchins trying to communicate to the press box. And now they walk over to the opposite side of the field because, likewise, they are also going to visit with the head coach, Darrell Brewer of McDowell, to explain to him what the problem is.
I would like to know the reasoning behind that rule change.
I'm not sure. The first time I heard about it was at one of the scrimmages a couple of weeks ago. And even talking to some of the folks who should be in the know, everybody was a bit confused about it. Okay, here we go. 1st and 10, once again, 46-yard line. Hilltoppers, quick handoff. Nothing doing here. And it looks like it is number 13 on the bottom of the pile. That would be Ken Hines III.
Man, that's a name we haven't heard up here in a while. Ken Hines.
And, of course, Ken Hines Sr. now on the staff at Isothermal Community College. A gain of 1 by Hines. Uh-oh! Quick in there on the blitz and all over that target there for a big loss.
Grayson Blackwilder did a great job of reading that pitch. He was all over. He almost took the pitch himself.
And a loss puts it back to the Hilltoppers 49. Ouch, that's about a 6-yard loss on that play. So now this is going to bring up 3rd and Gilkey. 3rd and 16, if you really want to know. Quarterback is going to roll out to his right. Quick little pass. It is caught, but under some pressure, just across midfield, going to be stopped at the McDowell 49.
Yeah, McDowell did a great job of scoping that out. It was kind of like a little screen dump pass. The quarterback was under pressure, and he got it out to the running back. But as soon as the running back turned upfield, he was met by 2 defenders.
It is the sophomore quarterback tonight, number 5, Jaden Costin for the Hilltoppers. But now facing 4th and 14. Looks like the Hilltoppers will punt this football away. Should be able to bury McDowell deep in their own territory with a good punt. Wow, this was a good punt. This one all the way back to the 10-yard line. Hilltoppers running upfield quickly, do a great job stopping the return at about the 18.
Yeah, Kobe Nolan for McDowell really had nowhere to run. RS Central Special Teams did a great job of fanning out and then kind of just drifting in and taking away any hole possible.
So now for the first time tonight, with 8.5 minutes to go in the opening quarter, we'll get a look at the McDowell Titans. Now this McDowell team coming in with a more traditional wing T offense. Quarterback takes it, moves to his left, tries to pass back over the middle, and it falls incomplete.
Yeah, the quarterback was kind of just covered up with about 2 defenders. He just had to get rid of it. The wide receiver was there, but due to the pressure, he had to throw it a little too early, and he ended up throwing it behind the wide receiver.
McDowell this season going with a junior at starting quarterback, 5'10", 170-pound Riley Moore. Number 1. 2nd and 10 now for the Titans. From their own 18-yard line, whistles blow at the snap. Play is dead.
I believe they're going to get illegal procedure on McDowell.
And if so, that'll push them back to the 13-yard line. Yep, it'll be at the 5-yard illegal procedure call. Back McDowell up 5. 2nd down at 15. They break huddle, step up to the line of scrimmage. Moore calls the Snakos. Quick handoff over the right side. Couple of yards picked up there. That is number 3. That is Grayson Blackwelder for McDowell. He's a 5'10", 210-pound sophomore.
Yeah, he basically got hit as soon as he got the ball, but his momentum just carried him and got him the 5 penalty yards back.
But now it leaves McDowell looking at 3rd and about 15 or 10. 3rd and 10. Be nice for the Hilltoppers defense to force a 3 and out. And they should get the ball back in good field position if they can stop this drive. And I think they're going to do it successfully. It is number 5 for McDowell, who tries to come out to the near side of the field. That is Quantavian Moore, 5'10", 165-pound junior. Only advances at about 3 yards up to the 21. And so that is going to leave McDowell looking at 4th, almost 8. I think they will punt the football away, and the Hilltoppers should get great field position.
You got David Gonzalez on this side of the field returning for the Hilltoppers, and I'll get a number here shortly on the other.
I believe that's number 6 over there on the opposite side of the field. And it looks like everybody moves away from the ball. It is going to be dead at the McDowell 49. So, yeah, not bad field position for the Hilltoppers, basically taking over pretty much where they ended up at the end of the first drive.
Yeah, they couldn't have asked for a better punt from the punter because it kind of just came out like a wounded duck and didn't go anywhere but sideways once it hit the ground.
Cavaliers, East Rutherford, have jumped out to an early lead over West Henderson. Quarterback Trey Mooney connecting with Calvin Jones, 77-yard touchdown pass. And the quarterback Constant on the keeper this time, and maybe a yard. Yeah, we'll give him 1. Push it up to the McDowell 48. Tell you what, that Trey Mooney, Calvin Jones connection, that is going to be something to watch all season long. Hope both of those young men can stay healthy. 2nd and 9 for the Hilltoppers.
Looks like the power eye.
It is. And Constant is going to hand off to the man in the middle. Here he is. Oh, not a lot of yardage gained here. It is number 22. That is Toms. Xavier Toms, the 5'11", 195-pound sophomore. Takes it just across the 45. Looks like they will spot the ball at the 44. This is going to bring up 3rd and 5 for Central.
With that power eye, I mean, you look at the running backs, they look like linemen in the backfield. I said that earlier. That power eye is perfect for them to run.
This time, though, move away from it. Let's see what they'll do on 3rd and 5. Nice handoff here. Taking off to the far side of the field, up across the 30, and finally tackled, dropped up at about the 28-yard line. That, I believe, is number 30 for the Hilltoppers. That would be Jameer Gibbs.
Yeah, Jameer did a great job. I heard one of the RS Central coaches yelling because I guess someone lined up wrong, but he made it work.
And he got more than enough yardage for the Hilltoppers. First down. RS Central now, 1st and 10 at the McDowell 27.
Fumbled snap.
But give Constant some credit. He's able to pick up positive yardage.
Yeah, he got 5 yards off of a fumbled snap, which tells you that your center may have, fumbled the snap, but he did a good job of pushing that nose guard out of the way.
So, yeah, but you can pick up 5 yards on a busted play. Hey, I'll take that any day. 2nd and 5 at the McDowell 22 for the Hilltoppers. Constant, oh my! McDowell's defensive line quick.
Yeah.
To nail right at the line of scrimmage. No gain there.
Big number 14, Richard Handy, defensive lineman. I think he keyed on. If you notice, the running back was kind of really close to the quarterback, and every time they've been lined up like that, that's when that running back gets the ball.
Brings up 3rd and 5 for the Hilltoppers. Hand off from Constant. Oh, lots of running room here. If he can stay on his feet, he'll be in for the touchdown for the Hilltoppers. Xavier Toms collects the first 6 points of the night for the Hilltoppers. It's a 22-yard touchdown run, and it comes with 3:37 to go in the opening quarter. And now, Hilltoppers will tip the point after kick. It is good, and kicking for the Hilltoppers, number 18, that is senior Nick McDaniel. 3:37 to go in the opening quarter here in Rutherfordton, and RS Central leads McDowell by a score of 7-0. This is high school football Friday night.
Your number one source for used, damaged, insurance auction, rebuildable auto parts, Robbins Auto Parts, 1875 Harris Henrietta Road, Henrietta. Robbins Auto Parts is a family-owned and operated business by Marty and Terry Robbins. Professional experience in auto parts since 1960. Call on Robbins Auto Parts, 657-5732, or visit them at www.robbinsautoparts.com.
High school football Friday night, and the RS Central Hilltoppers strike first here in Rutherfordton. 22-yard touchdown run by Xavier Toms. Point after kick by McDaniel is good. The Hilltoppers jump out to a 7-0 lead. You know, that last run, really, Xavier Toms had a wide open field. I mean, there really were no defenders even in his neighborhood. They shifted the opposite direction.
Drake Trempett's kicking off for the Hilltoppers.
And it looks like the Titans will return from about the 25, and now trying to cut back in for the middle of the field. Pretty good return here across the 40. Finally going to be stopped up at the 42.
It's number 27, Toby Finn, did a great job. He ran to the right side of the field, but then cut back to get him up to, I think, what, the 42, 43-yard line.
Wow, Calvin Jones has struck already twice tonight. East Rutherford a 14-0 lead over West Henderson. Second touchdown of the night comes with 6:54 to go in the opening quarter at West Henderson. Now on 1st and 10, that ball got away. It looks like the McDowell Titans quick to recover.
I'm sure the ground out there, even though it looks great, it's probably a little wet because they did get a little bit of a good shower up here earlier. So I'm sure that is affecting the ball a little bit.
Receive information that Jones' 3-yard touchdown run came after Matthew Hunt recovered a fumble. All Cavaliers tonight, 14-0 at West Henderson. 2nd and 9 here for McDowell. Whoa, great job by the Central defense. And a loss on the play is number 5 on the carry for the Titans. That is Quantavian Moore.
I would love to call out the defender for RS, but there was 6 of them there. and I couldn't tell because they were a solid wall making that tackle.
Great job for the loss. The ball now spotted back at the 42-yard line. It will be 3rd and 11. 3rd and 11 for McDowell. Handoff this time around, reverse, coming back the opposite direction. Still on his feet, but finally trips and falls to the turf. It is number 27 who ended up with the ball. That is Toby Finn, 5'6", 135-pound junior. Lost his footing, and he is downed at the 42. It will bring up 4th and 10.
Malachi Ryan was not fooled at all on that reverse, and he's the one that slowed the running back up and tripped him up.
So now McDowell will be attempting a punt here. Very high, lots of hang time. It's going to hit. Everybody gets away from it. Looks like McDowell will down it back at the Hilltoppers' 24-yard line. And leading 7-0 here in Rutherfordton. Hilltoppers' offensive unit will come back out onto the field. Just 1:14 to go in the opening quarter. I'm starting to feel a whole lot more comfortable because more folks showing up with their Hawaiian shirts and Hawaiian attire tonight. When I first got here, it was like, somebody tricked me? 1st and 10, Hilltoppers. His quarterback, whistles blow at the snap.
think there's a little too much movement in the backfield from the Hilltoppers.
You are exactly correct. Going to back them up 5, and we'll get the down over, but now 1st and 15, and the ball will be placed back on the 19-yard line. Wow, what an offensive game going on up at West Henderson. Falcons have answered 14-7. East Rutherford leading with just under 5 minutes to go in the opening quarter. Now on 1st and 15, here's the handoff, and it's not a whole lot of daylight.
That defensive line for McDowell is pretty strong. They're doing a good job of controlling the line. Most of the runs that RS has made has been to the outside, not to the inside, except for the one fumbled snap.
I think that was Hines on the carry. He picked up maybe just a couple of yards. But this is looking like it will be a 2nd and 13. We're down to 30 seconds to go. The quarter clock is running, getting close to the end of the first quarter. 2nd and 13. Uh-oh. Bad snap. Gets away from the quarterback, Charleston. He is able to fall on it. The ball went right up in the air.
Yeah, I don't know how that happened. When you got a quarterback that's under center, how does the ball bounce like that? It's almost like it was kicked.
Yeah, it's almost like it went straight up. And that will be the last play of the opening quarter tonight. So we have played 1 quarter of football here in Rutherfordton. At the end of the first quarter, it's RS Central 7, McDowell nothing. You are listening to High School Football Friday night.
Stop in soon to the famous Jesse James of Railroad Express. Order up a delicious burger or specialty burger, club sandwich, or one of Jesse's popular hot dogs, a fresh salad, taco salad, or treat yourself to a refreshing milkshake. All orders made fresh every day. Hours are Monday through Saturday, 7 until 4. Wednesday, 7 until 11. Closed on Sunday. Jesse James Railroad Express, 531 Railroad Avenue, Rutherfordton. Or call 828-447-4644. Mondays only. Mention this ad and get a regular hot dog with mustard, chili, and onions for only 99 cents. That's Mondays only. If you need a car while your car is in the shop or need a van for a family trip, tell our friends at Family Car Rental what you need. They have the automobile that will fit your needs. Do business with a locally owned, family-run business. Joe and Jill Rash are the owner-operators, and they treat you like family. Family Car Rental has expanded with 3 locations to serve you better. 895 South Broadway in Forest City, 500 West Dixon Boulevard in Shelby, and 956 Reepsville Road in Lincoln. Cash customers are always welcomed.
High School Football Friday night here on 100.9 FM, 590 AM, WCAB Rutherfordton. It is just a couple of minutes now before 8 o'clock. We move to the second quarter as we broadcast live via Verizon Wireless. Hilltoppers change ends of the field. They are now looking at 3rd and 14 from their own 21-yard line. Here's the snap. Colstrom rolls back, couple of steps. Looking to air out a big pass attempt. Open front on the roll. It is picked off. Picked off by McDowell at the Hilltoppers' 43-yard line. And it looked like the intended target had plenty of space, but he was double-teamed.
Yeah, if it could have been led just a little bit, but it was tipped, and then coming up with it was Kobe Nolan. Just had his eyes open, was right there and at the right time.
So an interception, and the McDowell Titans take over 1st and 10 at their 43. They will move from left to right on offense here in the second quarter. Quarterback Moore taking the snap. Quick pitch to the outside of the field. And running room across midfield, knocked out of bounds on the far side of the field at the 42. That was number 5, Quantavian Moore on the carry for the Titans. More than enough yardage for McDowell. First down up the Hilltoppers 42.
the defensive end on this side of the field pretty much knew what the play was, tried to get everybody to shift over, but that didn't happen.
1st and 10 for the Titans. At the Hilltoppers 42, they trail 7-0. Here's quarterback Moore flaring out to the right side. Pass and batted down, incomplete. Looks like he was looking for number 14. That would be Richard Andy. 6'3", 250-pound senior.
We do have a flag on the play.
And it's holding against McDowell. So not only is the pass incomplete, but now holding added to it. So this is going to bring the ball back. Should be back to across midfield. We'll put it right pretty much on the 50-yard line.
Did I just hear them announce that Shelby was beating Freedom 14-0?
I think I heard that too. For Shelby, the defending 2AA champion. New coach this year for the Golden Lions. 1st and 10, shotgun snap. Moore, quick handoff. Look at the running room for Moore. He takes off up the near sideline. He is all the way up to the 10 before he is caught up with
Jaden Hooper, the last prayer for RS, running him down and barely getting a shoestring tackle.
So Quantavian Moore showing that he has quite a bit of speed when he is able to get away from defenders. And he had lots of daylight as he took off up this near sideline. And he has set McDowell up first. Looks like the ball is just this side of the 10-yard line. So looks like it's going to be 1st and 10 at the 11.
First time the Titans have been even close to the red zone.
Timeout taken by McDowell here on 1st and 10 at the Hilltoppers 11. 10:40 to go, second quarter. RS Central 7, McDowell nothing. This is high school football Friday night.
Be one of the first to enjoy the grand reopening of Lifestyle Wellness and Spa Thursday, August 29th. One day only, but you'll want to see the renovated pool, the new Precor ellipticals, and, of course, the hydro massage chairs. What a treat that is. Lifestyle Wellness and Spa has been locally owned and operated for 31 years. This event Thursday, August 29th, is a celebration of the new renovated pool, the new equipment, and their great programs for seniors. Join for only $1 for a limited time and be a part of the team that cares about you and your health. Be there Thursday, August 29th at Lifestyle Wellness and Spa, Rockwood Plaza, Forest City.
High school football Friday night here on 100.9 FM, 590 AM, and we're streaming online, WCABfootball.com, our internet web streaming services provided by Bill Teal of Signature Web Designs. Jake Coombs along with Clint Palmieri. Hilltoppers enjoying a 7-0 lead over McDowell, but now the Titans. 1st and 10 at the Hilltoppers' 11-yard line. They step up to the line of scrimmage. Quarterback Riley Moore calls out for the signal count. Hands off to his big man in the backfield, but quickly wrapped up and dropped to the turf. That is number 3 for McDowell. That is Blackwelder. But it was number 75 for the Hilltoppers, McClooney, who wrapped him up and brought him down quickly.
Like I said, it's hard to run against RS in the middle tonight.
McClooney pretty good size, and they're about 285. And this time, the quarterback Moore tries to keep it himself. He drives ahead, ends up close to the 5, it looks like.
I believe they're just going to try to just pound this one in a few yards at a time.
And now I notice they have taken down the markers on the far side of the field, so they are saying that this is, in fact, 3rd and go. 3rd and go. It looked like the marker was just short of the end zone, but now the official on the far side of the field, the markers are down, so this will be 3rd and go. And the ball is right on the 5-yard line. Moore belting out the signal count. Handing the ball off, trying to drive through on the right side. No daylight there. Falling forward and picking up a couple of yards again is Blackwelder, but now it is big decision time.
You know, I'm going for it, but I'm not running it in the middle.
Hilltoppers have been really tough on defense on the line there. They are really clogging up the middle.
And I thought they were overthinking that last play because they shifted away from the play right before the ball was snapped. But your defensive end, your linebackers did a good job of filling in the hole.
Now the ball is spotted right about the 3-yard line, and indications are McDowell is going for it. It is 4th and goal for the Titans at the Hilltoppers 3. Here's the snap. Here's Moore. Moore keeps it himself. Now the late pitch. Over here, it's knocked out of bounds. No, at the 5-yard line. Ended it off. Pitch to Moore. Quantavian Moore, and the central defender's not fooled at all. And boom, out of bounds he comes at the 5-yard line.
They played that textbook. You had one guy that had the quarterback. You had Malachi Ryan once again getting pitch man. And once that ball was pitched out there, nothing was happening.
I'll tell you what, that should fire up the crowd a bit. That was a huge defensive stop by the Hilltoppers. They prevent McDowell from picking up any points when they were all the way down to the Hilltoppers' 3-yard line. Now on 1st and 10, here's Compton handing off. That is number 13 on the carry. That's Ken Hines. Hines brings it out to about the 8, pickup of 3. Hilltoppers need to be careful with the football here, being this deep. They're into the field. You certainly don't want to turn it over.
I'm going to just try to pound it forward and you know, maybe get this first down.
Like to get the first down, but no, let's hold on to the football, punt it, get it out deeper. Handoff this time around, working out to the right side of the field. Uh-oh. Couple of McDowell defenders meet him, and that is number 22. That is Tom's on the carry.
He did a good job. Would have liked to see him cut it up just a little bit sooner, because I believe if he would have had a little bit more yards. But he did a good job of putting him in a 3rd and manageable.
Yeah, because he's advanced it now to about the 13-yard line. So we're looking at about 3rd and 2. Okay, this is doable. But let's see what the Hilltoppers will do on 3rd and 2. Way over from the far side of the field. Here's Costin. Costin on the keeper. Costin taking off with it, trying to turn the corner.
Once again, the defense for McDowell read that. That was an option, and Costin just held on to it. Did the smart thing. I believe if he'd have pitched it, they'd have lost a lot more yards than what they did.
And he knocked out of bounds well short of the first down. And yeah, Hilltoppers now going to have to punt the football away with 6:53 to go here in the 2nd quarter. Try to get everybody in place on the field. Here's the snap. Some time to work with.
Beautiful punt.
That's number 78. The 5. Great coverage here! And to the Hilltoppers on the football!
From my angle, it says yes.
We await the indication from the ref. And, they're going to say McDowell is going to have it, but it sure looked like the ball was recovered by the Hilltoppers up at the McDowell 46-yard line, but our officials say, no, McDowell does have possession, but that actually did get the crowd fired up.
Yeah, I believe that ball may have changed hands in the pile, because from my angle, the Hilltoppers landed on it, but then the returner dove in. But it's what the referee calls. It's his call.
Give credit to number 78, J.W. Bradley, the sophomore punter for the Hilltoppers. Now handing off, here's Riley Moore, and a little bit of yardage up to the McDowell 48, maybe the 49-yard line. And again on the carry, it is number 5. That is Quantavian Moore.
The defensive ends for RS are doing a good job of containing, forcing the traffic back inside of the field. Just wish they would push them in just a little bit more and close that gap.
Picked up 3 officially. 2nd and 7 for McDowell. Sent one wide out to the far side of the field. There's Moore taking the snap, rolling out to his right, and firing pass, caught just across the 40. And there's a completion for Riley Moore, the McDowell quarterback.
It's Richard Handy, the wide receiver. I believe he may be the favorite target because every pass that's been thrown has been thrown at Handy.
And he hauled it in up at the 39-yard line. So it'd be 1st and 10 for McDowell at the Hilltoppers 39. 5:35 to go. Central leading 7-0. Moore this time fakes a handoff. Now rolls back. Now going to fire pass again. Caught. This time up at about the 24, 23-yard line.
That's the tight end, Richard Handy, once again.
So he certainly likes to go to Handy, and Handy pulls in 2 in a row. Another first down picked up by the Titans. 1st and 10. Looks like the ball has been put down at the Hilltoppers' 24-yard line. McDowell trying to collect some points before halftime. Here's a snap. Moore handing off this time, cutting out to the left, now trying to cut back into the middle, and maybe a couple of yards, and that is going to be it. That is number 4 on the carry for McDowell. That is Jacob Pearson. He is a 5'10", 180-pound junior. We'll give him credit for a couple of yards. Call it 2nd and 8. Down to 4:20 to go before halftime. McDowell, no big rush here. They'll send a wide out again to the far side of the field. Riley Moore takes the snap this time on the reverse. It's number 83 cutting back the opposite direction. He's going to be tackled over on the far side of the field, just short of the 20-yard line. Number 83 is Seth Baird. Seth Baird for McDowell. Yeah, about 3rd and 6 to go here for McDowell. Clock running. And to 3:40 to go. This is a big play. Hilltoppers need a defensive stop right here. Here's a snap. Moore fakes his left, rolls to his right, ball breaks loose. Hilltoppers look like they have it, and they do. Hilltoppers recover at their own 28-yard line, and that is the way to put a stop to an offensive threat.
Looks like Ken Hines III is the one that came up with that fumble recovery. Once again, playing the pitch perfectly. You had a quarterback, somebody covering the quarterback, someone covering the pitch guy. As soon as the quarterback pitched it, it got batted, and that's why Ken Hines III came up with it.
So the Hilltoppers take over on offense, 3:15 to go in the second quarter. Hilltoppers lead 7-0. Costa brings his offensive unit back out onto the field. Here's the snap. Here's his pitch. Tom's trying to work his way to the far side of the field, being chased. And he is going to be dropped for a loss.
It's a big loss, too. That's 6 yards.
Yeah, that's back at about the 21-yard line. But the clock continues to run, 2:50 to go. So Hilltoppers may be content to take the 7-0 lead into the halftime locker room, but I'm sure if they could collect some more points, they'd be happy to do it. The conservative football, look at this hole in the middle of the field and finding the daylight, weaving his way through traffic. That's Hines on the carry. And Hines takes it up to the 30-yard line, so nice run. Gets back that lost yardage. Clock running with 2:10 to go. It is now 3rd and about 9 for the Hilltoppers. Costin rolling to his left, looking upfield. Now going to tuck it away, run with it. 30, 35, and wow, what a hit on him. Up at the 38. And that is going to probably leave him a little bit short.
We're going to get an unsportsmanlike probably on RS Central right now. We had a young man pointing in. It's going to be against RS or McDowell one, but it's unsportsmanlike.
Okay, we'll await the indication here. Conference going on. It looks like Costin may have been pushed out of bounds short of the first half marker. Let's see. Unsportsmanlike is going to be against the Hilltoppers. Uh-oh.
Yeah, you're in a position where you're going to be punting, and with the RS Central punter, you would have set McDowell way back in their own territory, and that's just that's a flag you don't want right there. You don't ever want it, but
no, it's one of those penalties you really don't ever want to collect.
You got McDowell standing at the 35 right now. More than likely he'll walk up to the 40 when he would have more than likely been standing at his own 20, possibly 15.
It looks like the penalty yard should be marked off. It looks like it's going to come back to the Hilltoppers 23. So, yeah, that would be the 15 yards from the 38 back to the 23. Now we've got to hope that we can get a really good punt here, and it looks like we're going to have timeout. There is timeout on the field. Minute 53 to go in the second quarter. Hilltoppers still leading 7-0 over McDowell. This is high school football Friday night.
People who know best know the why shoppers go to Farmer's Friend Feed, Seed, and Supply for several reasons. The prices are better, the choices are greater, and you will like the service you get. Right now, you can enjoy special pricing on assorted deer products. Also purchase fish mocks, 100 count, 250 milligram, only $15.99 at Farmer's Friend. Better pricing on value-packed dog food. George has used farm equipment you should see before you buy someplace else. Refill your 20-pound propane tank for $10.99. Now that's a great value. Farmer's Friend Feed, Seed, and Supply, located 188 Whiteside Road, Rutherfordton.
J.W. Bradley on once again for the punt here for the Hilltoppers. Bradley standing back at about his own 10-yard line. Only a minute 53 to go. Hilltoppers holding on to that 7-0 lead, and the snap gets away from him over his head. He has to go back to the end zone. Now he brings it out, and he brings it out to the 16, 17-yard line. Oh, my. When bad things go bad, got to give Bradley credit, though. He had to go back into the end zone to recover the loose ball. Then Bradley takes off with it. He's able to bring it out to the 18, but with a minute 49 left to go on the clock, McDowell is setting up here 1st and 10 at the Hilltoppers 18.
Yeah, normally you'd want the punter just to kick it away, take the safety, but the way RS Central's defense has been playing, that was probably a smart call.
Quarterback Moore, shotgun snap. That's been a rarity tonight. Here's Quintavious Moore taking it over on the left side, but good job as two Hilltopper defenders stop him after a very short gain of maybe 2 yards. And the clock continues to run, and McDowell has timeouts available. In fact, showing that they still have 2 timeouts available. I would think they would want to try to work this to get some points.
Maybe they're thinking, we'll punch it in right at halftime and go up on a high note.
They are not even in any kind of a hurry-up mode here. They are wasting a tremendous amount of time. They're down to a minute to go.
They have wasted like 20 seconds just talking. And if he calls a timeout now, it's like, why?
So much time is going off the clock here. What is McDowell thinking?
Now they're calling a timeout.
Oh, my gosh. They are down to 48 seconds. This is terrible miscommunication. Something went wrong. I cannot tell you. They lost so much precious time. Wow, timeout. We'll hold it here during this timeout, but that really just makes you want to scratch your head and go, wow, what was going on there? 48 seconds now left up on the clock. Now, they gained about 3 yards, so we're going to call it 2nd and 7. It looks like the ball is just short of the 15-yard line. But 48 seconds, and they lost at least almost a full minute. Quite aggravating. If you're a McDowell fan.
Yeah,
I'm just aggravated from a football fan perspective, right, of clock management.
The only way that he looks like a genius right now is if they score, but that's a lot of wasted time.
Okay, they're ready to step back out on the field. 2nd and 7. Moore, the McDowell quarterback, stays in for the shotgun snap here. He's going to fire a pass attempt, and look at that! Cliff, they make it look easy.
Yeah, RS Central was not looking for the wide receiver to run out there to make that play. And like I said, you look like an idiot not calling the timeout until you score a touchdown.
And that, again, his favorite target over there. What is that guy's name? Richard Handy. So Moore connects with Richard Handy. And now the Titans try to go for the point after kick, and it is blocked. It is no good. And a great job by the Hilltoppers there. Wow. So when things are not looking so good for the Hilltoppers, once again they come through with a really big play, and they block the point after kick. It is no good, and the Hilltoppers hold on to a 1.7-6 lead over McDowell. 44 seconds left to go here in the second quarter of play. It's Central 7, McDowell 6. This is high school football Friday night.
With today's hurry-up and undependable world, you need an insurance agency that will give you excellent service. Maxwell B. Hamrick Agency delivers the security and service that you're looking for. You'll always be in good hands with Hamrick Insurance. They offer auto, business, homeowners, health, and life. They are an independent agency with 3 locations to conveniently serve you: Main Street in Boiling Springs, Lafayette Street in Shelby, and Huntley Street in Spindale. Call Maxwell B. Hamrick Insurance today at 286-2384.
High school football Friday night. We have 44 seconds left to go here in the second quarter. Hilltoppers holding on to a 1.7-6 lead over McDowell. Now the kick following the Titans' 15-yard touchdown pass play. And this would be returned by the Hilltoppers off the far side of the field, now trying to come back in toward the middle. Going to bring it out to the 31, maybe the 32-yard line. 37 seconds left to work with. Richard Handy on the receiving end of that pass from McDowell quarterback Riley Moore. 16-yard officially, we'll call it 16-yard pass play. Now the Hilltoppers on 1st and 10. Here's a pitch. Costin coming over here now to the near sideline. Cutting back in, across 35. And looks like he has made it up to about the 37. And Hilltoppers will take a timeout with 22 seconds left to go. Looks like they will be looking at second and almost 4. Put the ball down right at the 37. It looks like the first down marker just across the 40.
Yeah, I thought maybe we were going to see that like a halfback pass there for a moment. You had a wide receiver streaking down the field as the pitch happened. But I think it was meant to be run all the way.
Been a close competitive game. I especially have been impressed with some of the defense played by the Hilltoppers here in the first 2 quarters tonight. Quite possible that the defense may be a bit ahead of the Hilltoppers offense. But that is very common in high school football, especially early in the season. Blocking that extra point kick, to me, is really big. But stopping that one McDowell drive when they had gotten all the way down to the Hilltoppers' 3-yard line, that was an impressive defensive stop.
We got another timeout from McDowell.
McDowell calling a timeout. Hey, I guess we could pay some bills. 22 seconds to go. It's Central 7, McDowell 6. This is high school football Friday night.
If you're in search of the perfect wooden building, well, the search is over. J. Johnson Sales Incorporated offers all American-made, reliable, and sturdy products, and they can be installed in as little as 30 days. No credit check and financing is available. All buildings are custom-made, and J. Johnson is committed to the service even after the sale. They want you to be a lifelong customer and friend. Do business the old-fashioned way. Stop by and see them at 2690 US 221 South in Forest City. The American pride of Rutherford County is J. Johnson Sales. They've got your building. Stop in and see them today.
We're ready for action here. Looks like the Hilltoppers looking at second and 4 from their 37-yard line. Costin takes a snap. He's going to keep it. He's looking for a target upfield. Now tucks it away, decides to run with it. And look at him go across midfield, getting back in toward the middle. 45 all the way up to the Titans 41, but they stopped the clock with 8.5 seconds left. Hilltoppers take the timeout, but a great run by the quarterback, Costin. And a good job of moving it up to the McDowell 41.
Great job by the offensive line. A lot of times when your quarterback kind of reverses the field like that, you tend to grab a hold and get a holding call. They did a great job of keeping their feet moving and pushing them around a little bit.
Keep in mind this quarterback for the Hilltoppers is a sophomore quarterback. Boy, he showed a lot of maturity on that play. A lot of wise running, too. He found some daylight, and he zigged and zagged his way all the way up to the Titans 41. So let's see. This probably will be the last play before halftime. Let's see what Coach Hutchins and his staff will pull out of the playbook here. Hilltoppers lead by 1, 7-6, but here we go. 1st and 10 at the McDowell 41. 8.5 seconds left up on the clock. Now all of the Hilltoppers looking for the sideline. Substitution coming in. Looks like Hines in the backfield. Here's Costin. And whistles blow prior to the snap. Penalty flag comes out. Somebody offside or illegal substitution?
Offsides against McDowell.
Let's move it up to the 36-yard line. We'll take everything we can get. Thank you. So now, 1st and 5, but only 8.5 seconds left here in the second quarter. Here's a snap. Trouble, but Costin picks it up, rolls out to the far side of the field. He's looking upfield for a target, and now fires. It's caught, but then quickly dropped up at the 25, and time has run out. And we have reached halftime here tonight in Rutherford. We've got a close game going on here, sports fans. It is halftime at the Palace in Rutherford. Okay, ineligible man downfield but that is an offensive penalty. It is declined. Time has run out, and it is halftime here in Rutherfordton. So our score here at the half, it remains RS Central 7, McDowell 6. Stay tuned now for the halftime show. It's coming up here momentarily. High school football Friday night.
Do you need some extra money in your pocket? Try Insurance Service Associates, your local independent agent. We can shop your auto and home insurance with several companies to get you better coverage and the best rate. Insurance Service Associates at 127 East Trade Street in Forest City for auto, home, or commercial insurance. More choices, better coverage, best rate. That's Insurance Service Associates, 245-5301.
At McCurry Deck Motors, you can browse a selection of vehicles that includes all of the top models in Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC lineups. The McCurry Deck Motors lineup of vehicles checks all the boxes, ensuring that they will have the perfect vehicle for any car shopper that visits their lot. Come visit and see what's in store for you and your family with the McCurry Deck quality reputation of fair deals and customer service. Try the Chevy. Find new roads with Chevy. At McCurry Deck Motors, we're the home of Chevy, Buick, and GMC. 1740 U.S. Highway 74A, Forest City.
Market declines, unemployment, political uncertainty, oil prices. Today's headlines can be very scary. Hi, this is Andrew Tisdale, your Edward Jones financial advisor, and I'm here to work with you to help you understand the impact of these short-term events and how to be positioned for the long term. We provide the tools for a logical, reasoned, disciplined approach to investing. Don't let these headlines derail your long-term financial strategy. Come and stop by our office to set a face-to-face appointment for straight talk. We're at 173 Railroad Avenue in the Food Line Plaza. Edward Jones, making sense of investing.
Get news, sports, weather, and local streaming from our website at www.wcab59.com. WCAB, the only radio station you should ever need.
High school football Friday night here on WCAB. I've got so many updates and the information coming in. Folks dropping in here at the Vance Ferry press box at RS Central. Just saw Brad T stopped in. Let's see. It looks like at the end of the first quarter, East Rutherford leading West Henderson 14-7. Let me see if I have a halftime update yet from West Henderson. I'm not seeing anything yet. Looks like West Henderson did take the lead. How about that? Falcons came back from 14-0, showing them here with a 21-14 lead over East Rutherford. That in the second quarter. And, looks like they are about midway through the second quarter as of last report. West Henderson 21, East Rutherford 14. Now, in case you missed out, severe weather, inclement weather, down around Bessemer City. Chase at Bessemer City should be kicking off about right now. They delayed the kickoff tonight. Both teams did take to the field for warm-ups just after 8 o'clock, and they were still trying to get that kickoff here in a matter of a minute or two at 8:30. So they will be a bit late coming home tonight from Bessemer City. Certainly hope that the Chase Trojans will come back late, but come back with a victory tonight on the road. Cliff, an interesting first two quarters of play here tonight in Rutherfordton. Quickly recapping what happened. 3:37 to go in the opening quarter. Hilltoppers striking first. 22-yard touchdown run by Xavier Toms. Point after kick by McDaniel. Good. Hilltoppers jumped out 7-0. That was the score at the end of the first quarter. And then McDowell gets on the board with just 44 seconds to go in the second quarter. Quarterback Riley Moore connecting with Richard Andy on a 16-yard touchdown pass play. But the point after kick, no good. It was blocked, and it leaves McDowell 1 point short Hilltoppers lead 7-6 here at the half.
In a game like this, a tight game, that 1 point could very well be the difference maker at the end of the night.
You know, so many times, at all levels of football, the simple point after kicks and the kicking game in general can make or break a team.
Yep, it sure can. I mean, I've seen it so many times, whether, especially in this county alone. How many times did East Rutherford beat Chase by a field goal, or vice versa, or even RS Central losing by a field goal?
And so many years back in the 90s, I used to say, hey, one of the things I'd really like to see is for Chase to be able to kick a field goal and collect 3 points. They had a lot of problems back in your playing days even. There weren't a whole lot of kickers out at Chase, and then all of a sudden the tide shifted and had some very good kickers since those days. It kind of goes around. Sometimes you get blessed with a good crop of kickers, and then you don't have any.
Well, I mean, you look at Chase High School; their kicking game has started to rise. And a lot of it has to do with the fact that they've added soccer. A lot of times, soccer players will play football. They might not practice Monday through Friday with the football team because they're practicing soccer, but they'll play. I know, like even RS Central, Drake Trevitz, who does the kickoffs for RS Central, he plays soccer for RS Central. So they just played yesterday or the day before. Now he's out here suited up in a football uniform.
Well, East Rutherford has struck again. What a game they have going on up at West Henderson. T.J. Watkins collecting a touchdown for the Cavaliers, all tied up at 21 apiece between East Rutherford and West Henderson. They are in the second quarter, and our thanks to the new sports editor of the Daily Courier, Austin Bailey. Austin is super. He is doing a great job of keeping us updated tonight on quite a game between the Cavaliers and the Falcons. Now, folks, if you're tuning in tonight and say, well, you have not mentioned a thing about the Thomas Jefferson Griffins. Well, that's because they ended up not playing tonight. If you did not hear the word, Charlotte Commonwealth not able to play tonight. Evidently a problem with the school's insurance. And because of the problem, Commonwealth unable to travel, Commonwealth unable to play. Sad news is the game is canceled. It will not be made up, and it forces the Griffins to look for a new opponent to fill the open date in their schedule, which is a couple of weeks off, which means now that TJ will play 11 games in a row without an open date, provided they can find a new opponent to fill that gap. We mentioned during the pregame tonight, but understand Coach Cash, some folks at TJ not too happy. And realistically, I agree, they should have been awarded a forfeit. But they said because it evidently did not involve the team itself and involved school business parts, that they do not award a forfeit in that case. But regardless, TJ losing a home game there, and always a good crowd, good attendance, and I know all of these schools, fans, I don't hesitate to say it, your presence at these high school athletic events is so important. You simply do not realize the rising cost involved year after year after year to run all of these different sports. And in a lot of cases, they're hoping for revenue from football games to help fund some of the other sports where there's never an admission ticket. For example, your golf programs. You think about even volleyball. I don't think they usually charge for that. So we have a lot of sports that the football revenue helps support. Your attendance, your participation at these games is so important, not only to the football program, but to the athletic program as a whole, for the entire High School.
Yeah, we're talking about TJ. TJ who packs the stands every Friday, whether they're winning or losing. But also, you're talking about the record. The record at the end of the year is what gets you in the playoffs. And this is one, either win or loss, that's not going to be on their record. And it's going to hurt. I feel like it's going to hurt them in the long run, whether it's standings in the Sweet 16 or whatever.
Yeah.
Jerry wants those wins. Jerry wants to play, but you also got to think about those football players who worked hard all summer long. They've been working hard since the season started. Tonight was the night they were supposed to cash their paycheck for their hard work for this week, and they're not getting to.
Yeah. Had to be a big disappointment when they found out this morning that, hey, we don't get to play.
Yeah, they were ready.
I'm pumped up. I'm psyched up all week long, ready to finally get to play for real, and then, no, cancel. Hey, Kevin Carver is here tonight in the Vance Perry press box at RS Central High. And Kevin, very kind to pass along some first-half stats. Would you believe that McDowell actually has more yardage than the Hilltoppers in the first half? That does surprise me.
It does, because RS Central's defense seems to be playing pretty solid.
Yeah, McDowell actually with 131 total offensive yards. RS Central not too far behind, 94. But that does stick out as a bit of a surprise to me. Let's take a look at some individual stats here. Let's see. Looks like for McDowell, Quantavious Moore has 80 yards rushing. Well, he's had quite a few carries, 7 carries tonight. Is surprising that in the passing department, quarterback Riley Moore is 3 of 4, has a total of 43 yards, has a touchdown. Guess who his target always is? Richard Handy.
Richard Handy.
Yeah, kind of
He's
like
handy.
Yeah, he is handy. Comes in handy. For the Hilltoppers, let's take a look. Looks like 21 carries, leading up to 92 yards rushing. Leading rushers here, looks like Gibbs with 25 yards, Toms with 31 yards, Costin, the quarterback, with 32 yards. Looks like Costin is 1 of 3 in the passing department, has 1 interception, but a total 2 yards passing total when you take away what he lost there. So, Gibbs. Who's Gibbs? We may have a wrong name on one of our players. Trying to think who it is. I'll have to double check that during the next break and see. But I may have an incorrect name on the roster.
Jamari Gibbs, number 30, running back.
Okay, number 30, Jamari Gibbs. Okay. I didn't realize he had but 25 yards. Okay, I guess he did have a couple of touches there in the first 2 quarters. So our thanks to Kevin Carver. Good to see you. How's racing season? It's going. They go round and round, and they keep going round and round. Kevin, of course, huge NASCAR fan as well. And I know he'll be watching for his Clemson Tigers to crank it up again here in about another week. So, we are at halftime in Rutherfordton. RS Central holding on to a 1-point lead. Hilltoppers 7 and McDowell 6. You've been listening to the Halftime Show.
Hi, sir. I see you checking out our delicious pizzas. Did you know that the Drop-In has 1,024 ways to top off your Drop-In pizza? Choose between 10 different toppings and all at no extra cost.
Well, how much are the pizzas?
Well, our delicious Hunt Brothers pizzas are only $9.99.
Great. I want a pizza with pepperoni, beef, and bell peppers. Hey, could you add Italian sausage and onions and jalapeno peppers too? How much now?
Still only $9.99.
Well, how about adding banana peppers and bacon? How much now?
Still just $9.99.
This is crazy. Can I add mushrooms and black olives?
You sure can. Some places may add $1 or more to the additional toppings, but not at the Drop-In. It's always no extra charge. And you can stop in early for breakfast pizza or try a hunk of pizza for lunch or call ahead to pick up a whole pizza for supper. So come on, drop in.
Nobody gets a better deal than the customers of Sisk Family Ford. They have the proven record of the best deal. It's your place to shop for your truck. Get a good look at the selection of SUVs, Escapes, Edge, and Explorers. Sisk Family Ford can put you in the family car or truck of your choice any day you want to make a change. Try one on for a ride. Make your next deal a Sisk Family Ford deal. Shop local and get your best agreement for the next automobile. Sisk Family Ford, Oak Street, Forest City.
With today's hurry-up and undependable world, you need an insurance agency that will give you excellent service. Maxwell B. Hamrick Agency delivers the security and service that you're looking for. You'll always be in good hands with Hamrick Insurance. They offer auto, business, homeowners, health, and life. They are an independent agency with 3 locations to conveniently serve you: Main Street in Boiling Springs, Lafayette Street in Shelby, and Huntley Street in Spindale. Call Maxwell B. Hamrick Insurance today at 286-2384.
More music, WCAB.
Listen to this, sports fans. 17 seconds left to go in the second quarter. Up at West Henderson, the Falcons score with 17 seconds to go before the half. And looks like at the half, West Henderson leading East Rutherford. Talk about a game tonight. 28-21. What a scoring fest going on up there. That's 49 points in the first 2 quarters of play. Wow. 7-6 our score here. RS Central leading McDowell. Fans, you'll want to be sure to stick around tonight for the 5th quarter. That is our post-game broadcast. And tonight we will be recognizing one of our RS Central Hilltoppers as this week's WCAB Player of the Game. Cliff, that selected player will receive a really cool, awesome award courtesy of
Horns Custom Metalwork. For all your unique fans, if you want something unique, contact Tyler with Horns Custom Metalwork. Reach him at 828-817-4088. You can also reach out to him on Facebook. Just search Horns Custom Metalwork. Tell Tyler that you heard his spot on WCAB, and maybe he'll give you a discount.
Maybe. I like the way you clarify that. Maybe. Maybe not. Oh, if you tell him you know Cliff, he said, "Oh no, your price just got doubled."
Jay, I'm telling you, I had to do some work for Christmas last year, and I'm telling you, it is unique. Everyone that I got something, even last year when we were giving out the awards, all the ball players that got an award was like, wow.
Yeah.
It's a new age. It's got that neat look.
Yeah, it looks really sharp. Somebody tonight is going to claim the first one of this new 2019 season. 7-6, Hilltoppers out in front by 1 point. Both teams now back out onto the field momentarily. We'll get ready. Now remember, McDowell won the opening coin toss tonight. They deferred their decision to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. You can rest assured they want the football here to start off the 3rd quarter, trailing by 1 point. The ball is on the tee of the 40-yard line. Hilltoppers take to the field. Now McDowell takes to the field. Hilltoppers kicking off here in the 3rd quarter from left to right. And the Titans to return from right to left across the radial dial. Pretty good crowd on hand here for opening week. I give props and a big shout out to all the folks who remembered it is Hawaiian night. Have shown up with their Hawaiian attire tonight, as has Mr. Friday night. Even get comments from L.A. Now the kick. And this one going to hit the turf, picked up at about the 15. And now cutting his way back up the field on the return. McDowell returner brings it up about the 30-yard line, it looks like. Yeah, folks, if you want to see an absolutely awesome shirt, you need to follow us, WCAB Football, on Facebook. Because Cliff took a picture, put it up there. Man, some good friend from California hits me up and says, dude, shirt.
That's right, people from California.
His name's Cliff Buckner. He's originally from Spindale. 1st and 10, McDowell starting this drive from their 30. Uh-oh, the snap is over the head of the quarterback, Riley Moore. He goes backwards to retrieve it and now takes off toward the far side of the field. He was chased out of bounds, but this is going to result, or should result, in a huge loss.
He did all he could do to get a few of those yards back because he had 2 linemen barreling down. I'm sure he was really glad it was linemen and not one of those running backs or linebackers.
Now, officially, wow, they're going to spot it up at about the 25, so looks like he lost a whole lot more yardage than that, but I guess he did get back some of it because it's only a 5-yard loss. So it'll be 2nd and 15, almost 16 for McDowell. Now, amazing, he's going to stay in shotgun for this next snap. Okay, much better snap. Breaks it down, fires, and it is caught.
That's number 83, Seth Beard.
Yep, and he caught it. And only about a 5-yard pickup, though, up to about the 30. So, yeah, they're still looking at 3rd and, 11. They put it down short of the 30. So even though a nice catch there, didn't amount to much positive yardage. 7-6, Hilltoppers holding on to a 1-point lead. McDowell, break settle. Looks like Riley Moore, the quarterback, stays in shotgun. Here's the snap. He hauls it down, and he is going to be wrapped up and dropped for a big loss in the backfield. That is big number 75 for the Hilltoppers. Got to give him a shout-out.
Dakota McFlooney.
And he was in there. He is in there. Great job at the stop. A loss of about 5 yards.
Yeah, he's 5'10", 265-pound senior, and showing up big on that play.
So now, looking at 4th and 16, looks like McDowell will punt the football away, and the Hilltoppers should get great field position. Ooh, low snap, hits the ground. Punter has to pick it up. And now, actually gets off pretty decent punt considering. And McDowell will down it at the Hilltoppers' 38-yard line.
You know, Jay, if I'm coaching defense and McDowell's punting, I'm going to find me a headhunter to put on the outside because they take their time. They don't rush the punt at all. And both times, number 33 for Central's been there to block it, but it doesn't look like he's putting that effort in to dive to block that punt.
So the Hilltoppers offense comes back out onto the field. Jaden Costin. He has taken all of his snaps, I think, from under center tonight. Quick handoff here and a good job. Oh, breaks loose across the 50, across the 40. Finally going to be stopping. Finds all the way up to the 38 of McDowell.
Jay, I thought he was stopped. He just like a little bit of a spin and came out of it. And it was shades of Ken Hodges the second. I'm telling you.
He just kept working. And it did look like he was going to be stopped after a relatively short gain, and then turns it into a huge gain up to the McDowell 38. Great run by Hines. Here's a handoff this time. Here's number 10 for the Hilltoppers, finding opening over on the left side.
That's Tyree Marcy.
Haven't called his name for a while. Yeah, he picked up about 7 yards on that play. Looks like they will spot it at about the 32-yard line.
Tyree is a junior. He's coming back. He hasn't played football in a while due to a torn ACL a few years ago.
I remember that now, yeah. Uh-oh, this time. Oh, no, the ball gets away. It is a live ball back at midfield. There's a big pile up. Let's see. McDowell has recovered the loose ball at the Hilltop, or at their own 48.
Yeah, that's a missed call because I feel like the defensive lineman was already hitting the center when the ball was snapped and just got through to make a good play.
So what was looking like a really great drive there by the Hilltoppers, ending up there with fumble, and here's McDowell. 1st and 10 at the Hilltoppers 48. That hurt. Moore takes a shotgun snap, rolling out to his right under heavy pressure. Has to simply throw it away. He was about to go down for a huge sack.
Yeah, he did the smart thing and threw it away, and because if he'd held that ball another second, he'd been laying in the dirt with like a 20-yard loss.
He had 2 Hilltoppers on him who were about to eat him for lunch. Shark bait. So incompletion as he wisely gets rid of the football. 2nd and 10. Ball comes back to the Hilltoppers 48. Can't say enough about the Hilltoppers defense. Even they have found themselves in some bad situations tonight, but the defense has really, really rallied. Helped this team maintain its 1-point lead. Riley Moore in shotgun takes a snap, handing off. Right next to him is Quintavian Moore. And he takes it up to the 45, only a gain of 3.
Here's where you need to stop right here because I think they're a little too far outside to go for it. I think if they get a good stop here, maybe no gain, maybe 1 yard, they can stop them here. I don't think McDowell will go for it from this section of the field.
A little bit too far out. But we need a defensive stop, and the Hilltoppers have delivered several tonight. 3rd and 6 for the Titans. Ball is just short of the Hilltoppers' 45-yard line. Here's the snap. Moore makes a handoff under pressure again. Gets away from one tackle, but no, he will not get away from the second one. He goes down back at the 50.
I can't tell the number.
I'm trying to see it.
He's walking this way. Eventually, I'll get you the number of the young man that sacked him on the outside.
That is number 33 for the Hilltoppers.
Number 33, Jaden Hooper.
Did a great job of chasing down the McDowell quarterback, and now it forces McDowell into a punt situation because they are looking at 4th and 12. And here's the punt. A lot of hang time on this. Now it drops. Hilltoppers wisely move away from it, and McDowell will down it back to Hilltoppers' 10-yard line. So with 7:20 to go in the third quarter, Hilltoppers stop the McDowell drive, get the ball back. They'll have it 1st and 10 from their own 10-yard line. Taking a quick look to see if I have any updates to update you on. I think I told you West Henderson leading East Rutherford 28-21. That is now halftime score. Here's Costin handing off on 1st and 10 and driving his way straight ahead is Hines. Hines getting his number called quite a bit now.
The way he's running the ball, in all honesty, I would ride the Hines wagon all the way down the field.
Yeah.
And not saying anything bad about the other RS Central running backs, but Hines is just playing on a different level right now.
He picked up 5 yards there on that run. 2nd and 5 for the Hilltoppers. And, Costin's going to have to fall on the football. Mix up on the snap.
You know, Jay, I was a center. I never fumbled the ball, including myself and the quarterback.
Oh.
And I would have to say there's something up. I don't know if it's the quarterback might be pulling out too soon, or maybe the defensive lineman's being so disruptive that the center's trying to step before he gets the ball secured in the quarterback's hands. They got to figure this out.
But it is something that can be fixed.
Did it again.
And once again, drop ball. Costin's going to pick it up. He's going to fall on it. May have picked up a yard. It's going to bring up 4th and 4. So after Hines picks up 5 yards on the very first down, then on 2nd and 3rd down, only 1 additional yard picked up. And, a problem on the connection there with the snap.
Nehemiah McMillan is the big defensive lineman, junior, 6 foot tall, 280 pounds, that's being so disruptive on the inside.
So McDowell defense probably celebrating. They force a 3 and out because now 4th down. Here's Bradley on to punt the football away, standing inside his 5-yard line. Has to get this punt off quickly, but boy, delivers a beaut. And it looks like it made it up to about the 45-yard line before it went out of bounds over on the far side of the field.
We do have a flag on the field. Not sure what that's going to be. Hopefully it's against McDowell for RS Central's sake. Because if not, that'll set whatever it is going to help move the ball back towards the end zone.
There is a conference going on. Officials talking it over. And we'll wait to see what this flag could be. Still waiting for the indication here. Be a bit of confusion here as the officials go to both sidelines.
That's sportsmanlike. Personal foul.
Personal foul against McDowell.
So that's going to help them out a little bit.
So, that pushes them back, another 15 yards. So they will have to start this offensive drive from their own 41 instead of on the Hilltoppers side of the field. Titans moving right to left here in the third quarter. They trail by 1. Hilltoppers lead 7-6. Quarterback Riley Moore. Batted around, incomplete. That was number 5. That is Quantavian Moore, the intended target.
Yeah, you had to ask for a better throw. It hit him in his hands.
He couldn't reel it in.
And his blocker was there. He had a wide receiver coming to make a block. And he'd have had at least 10 yards on that reception if he would have caught it.
That's when he cast that line out there. And, man, you got the really big one, and then you start reeling it in, and it's where to go. Lost it. That's what happened to Moore on that play. Okay, bad analogy, I know. 2nd and 10. Quarterback Riley Moore looking for a target upfield. Penalty flags come out here.
I hope this call isn't what I think it is, because if it is, it's a terrible call.
I'm afraid it's going to be pass interference.
I don't see how it can go against RS, because RS Central Hilltopper did not contact him. He went for the ball, and the McDowell defender landed on him.
Once again, a conference here. The officials get together. Well, there's another flag down. We could have multiple penalties on this play. It's an attempted pass over midfield. Play ended up at the Hilltoppers' 45-yard line. Penalty flag there. Another one back upfield.
No, we passed
interference against the Titans.
Okay. That's a good call.
That will be a loss of down. And evidently the second flag thrown for the same reason, because no indication of multiple penalties. So, Cliff, you were right on the money when you said, well, really should not be against the Hilltoppers.
I honestly don't. I think it was still a bad call. I think it was more two players going for the same ball, and no call there would have been better, but it definitely wasn't against the Hilltoppers.
So now the penalty yardage being marked off back to the 25-yard line. 26-yard line.
End of the first quarter in Bessemer City, it is 0-0.
Ooh, another close one. All of our games tonight, all three, involving our local teams. Wow, very competitive, very close. Here, still a 1-point, 7-6 lead, Central over McDowell. But now the Titans all the way back to their own 26. This is like third and downtown. Third and 25. Here's a pass, bat around, incomplete over on the far side of the field. It will bring up fourth down. So once again, McDowell not able to do anything here. Give credit to the Hilltoppers defense. This is a low-scoring game, but I've seen some good play, especially out of the Hilltoppers defense. They have made some really great plays tonight. Not to give anything away, but I don't know. The way the defense is played. And now, on the receiving end of this punt,
Titans recovered.
I don't get it. The ball broke loose from the Hilltopper on the receiving end there. Oh, my.
That's twice tonight that the Hilltoppers cannot fill the punt. I'd just say get away from them.
Yeah, maybe they just need to not attempt to retard it and just let them down it every time, because what you've done here, you've set McDowell right back up. 1st and 10 at the Hilltoppers 43.
And your defense is playing good, but they're going to get tired.
They've been out there a lot, especially in the second half. Gives a breath of fresh air to this McDowell offense, but whistles blow at the snap.
Number 46 for the Titans decided to try to get an early start.
And he got caught.
And he got caught. He was standing in front of the stripes. You can't do it in front of them.
But, you know, sometimes you can speed up and down the bypass and get away with it. Not that I am encouraging anybody to do that. I'm just saying sometimes you do things and say, maybe I won't get caught.
I tell you, the corner over here, I think kind of baited him into jump and made him think that the ball had been snapped, because he came running up, kind of like he was playing defense, and then that's why the wide receiver took off.
Tell you what, this third quarter moving along, we are down to 4 minutes to go in the quarter. And now it should be 1st and 15.
Going to be a timeout.
Called timeout. Timeout taken with 3:53 to go here in the third quarter. It's still Central 7, McDowell 6. This is still high school football Friday night.
People who know best know the wise shoppers go to Farmer's Friend Feed, Seed, and Supply for several reasons. The prices are better, the choices are greater, and you will like the service you get. Right now, you can enjoy special pricing on assorted deer products. Also purchase fish mocks, 100 count, 250 milligram, only $15.99 at Farmer's Friend. Better pricing on value-packed dog food. George has used farm equipment you should see before you buy someplace else. Refill your 20-pound propane tank for $10.99. Now that's a great value. Farmer's Friend Feed, Seed, and Supply, located 188 Whiteside Road, Rutherfordton.
Quick update, Major League Baseball. Atlanta Braves, New York Mets tied up in the 7th, 1 apiece. Had a play run there. That was a very quick timeout. But McDowell only advancing it up to the Hilltoppers 46. So they only got back about 4 of the penalty yards there. 2nd and 11 now for McDowell. The Hilltoppers 46. Quarterback trying to get his players in the right position, and now I think taken by McDowell. Communication is not going incredibly well tonight for the Titans.
It's the first game of the season.
Well, that's true. But they are having some issues, some problems. 2:49 to go here in the third quarter. Hilltoppers 7, McDowell 6. You're listening to High School Football Friday night.
People who know best know the wise shoppers go to Farmer's Friend Feed, Seed, and Supply for several reasons. The prices are better, the choices are greater, and you will like the service you get. Right now, you can enjoy special pricing on assorted deer products. Also purchase fish mocks, 100 count, 250 milligram, only $15.99 at Farmer's Friend. Better pricing on value-packed dog food. George has used farm equipment you should see before you buy someplace else. Refill your 20-pound propane tank for $10.99. Now, that's a great value. Farmer's Friend Feed, Seed, and Supply, located 188 Whiteside Road, Rutherfordton.
Hey, they are finally underway in Bessemer City. Chase of Bessemer City. Cliff, some good news early.
Trojans strike first. Caden Hampton to Garrett Hampton, 7-0 in the second quarter.
Chase taking the early lead. Now, on 2nd and 11, here's the pass attempt, and it is caught up at about the 36-yard line. I did not see who it was on the receiving end, but it is short by several yards of the first down marker, so it is going to bring up a really big third down. Hilltoppers defense needs to put a stop to this McDowell drive.
Somebody else third down at about 3 for the guys. Sorry, Hilltoppers faithful. Let's see if you're here.
It's a big third down now.
3rd and 3 for McDowell at the Hilltoppers 36-yard line. Here's handoff. Cortavia Moore is going to go down at the 35. He did not make the first down.
No, I think they gave him more yards than he got, but I think they gave him 1 yard.
So now it will bring up 4th, but this may be, I think McDowell will go for it here because it is 4th and 2. The ball is on the Hilltoppers 35-yard line.
Don't jump. Watch the ball.
McDowell quarterback still in shotgun. He's going to keep it himself. Helmets come off. And depending on the spot,
I don't think he got it. I believe it's turnover on downs.
And indication from the official indicates he did not get it.
Wow. That defense for the Central Hilltoppers are just really showing up.
Are doing a great job tonight. So once again, a McDowell threat is prevented and put to an end by the Hilltoppers defense. They will take over on offense, 1st and 10 from their own 34. Oh, great defense. Slight hesitation here. Officials trying to get everything set. Jaden Costin brings his troop up to the line. He is going to hand off.
C.J. Hannon.
C.J. Hannon on the carry. Picks up a couple of yards to about the 36, so 2 yards for C.J. Shall be all over Morganton Freedom as you hear in the background. 28-7. Probably not a really big surprise. 2nd and 8 here for the Hilltoppers. Costin handing off over on the left side, finding some running room across the 40. And that's Hines on the carry. Hines takes it up to the 41-yard line. So now it brings up a makeable third down situation. 3rd and about 3, but it looks like the clock is going to run out before we'll get this play off. Well, the play is off, and they're going to let it go. And it looks like Hilltoppers have a first down.
I believe
That's Hines.
Yeah.
So maybe the Hilltoppers even thought that McDowell thought they were just going to let the clock run out to end the third quarter, but they kind of stood there like they were going to let it run out, and then they quickly snapped it, and boom, picked up that first down. So kind of a gutsy call there that pays off. We have played 3 quarters of football. Our score at the end of the third, RS Central 7, McDowell 6. Fourth quarter coming up here on high school football Friday night.
Back to school means new backpacks and supplies. At Carolina West Wireless, it also means saving 50% on select iPhones. Get the iPhone 7, iPhone 8, or iPhone XR half off right now during our back to school sale. Already have your own device? Bring it in and save $150 when you switch. Chat, text, and stream all school year long on our nationwide 4G LTE network. Plus, we're so confident in the experience you'll have with us, we're offering a 30-day risk-free trial. Go. Stay connected. Certain restrictions apply. See store for details.
Your number one source for used, damaged, insurance auction, rebuildable auto parts, Robbins Auto Parts, 1875 Harris Henrietta Road, Henrietta. Robbins Auto Parts is a family-owned and operated business by Marty and Terry Robbins. Professional experience in auto parts since 1960. Call on Robbins Auto Parts 657-5732 or visit them at www.robbinsautoparts.com.
WCAB.
Start of the fourth quarter. On 1st and 10, quarterback Jaden Costin keeps the ball for the Hilltoppers. Drives straight ahead. Ends up at the McDowell 45. 2nd and 2. And here's Costin handing off, and Buddy Room over on the right side, more than enough for the first down, and plowing his way up to the 42-yard line. That's C.J. Hannon. C.J. Hannon. And actually 37-yard line. 37-yard line is where he ends up. First down, Hilltoppers. This drive moving. Hilltoppers seem to be picking up speed here, too. Not taking as much time in between plays. Here they are at the line of scrimmage, ready to go again. 1st and 10. Costin this time around, handing off again. Number 10 for the Hilltoppers. It's Kyrie Marcy. He got it up to the 35 before being pushed backwards. So with forward progress, picks up a couple of yards. It'll be 2nd and 8 at the McDowell 35.
Tyree Marcy, who is Paul McKinney's son and Javon McKinney's nephew.
Really?
Yes.
That is a name I remember so well from back in the 90s. What a running back. 2nd and 8. Here's Costin on the keeper, works the left side. Ball's on the football up at the 31-yard line. He picked up a couple of more yards, and now it is going to leave the Hilltoppers looking at 3rd and almost 5.
Costin's playing pretty good football right now. He's running the ball well.
Tell you what, though, they need this first down. Here's Costin again. Looking for running room. Heads up! Gonna have the first down, still on his feet. Costin takes it across the 20 and all the way up to the McDowell 16-yard line. Great run by Jaden Costin, a great blocker out in front of him.
This is where the Hilltoppers have to just take control of this game.
Yes.
Get this score, and
they need a score here. They are on the 17, it looks like. Timeout. Timeout taken by McDowell. So 9:19 to go here in the fourth quarter. Hilltoppers inside the McDowell red zone up at the 17-yard line. Hilltoppers holding on to that 7-6 lead. You're listening to high school football Friday night.
This summer, Bark Mobile has a whole lot of free stuff for you. For starters, how about the awesome Moto G7 Play smartphone for free when you switch to our unlimited data plan for just $50 a month? And that's not all. You'll also receive 1 month of free service. This deal can't be beat. Switch to Bark Mobile today for your free Moto G7 Play smartphone and 1 month of free service. Bark Mobile. Mobile made easy. Certain restrictions apply. See store for details.
High school football Friday night here on WCAB. Update coming to us, third quarter up at West Henderson. And West Henderson Falcons have jumped out to a 34-21 lead over East Rutherford. That is in the third quarter up in Henderson County. 1st and 10 here for the Hilltoppers at the McDowell 17. Here's Jaden Costin being chased down, gain of a couple of yards up to the 15. He tries to work the near side, the left side. There is a flag on the field. And we'll wait to see here what this call will be. And I'm still waiting for the indication from our officials. Indication is unsportsmanlike call against McDowell. And this will push. Yeah, puts it all the way up at about the 5-yard line. So a costly mistake by the McDowell Titans to pick up that unsportsmanlike call. And now the Hilltoppers knocking on the door. 1st and goal at the McDowell 5-yard line. And our officials are going to go over to talk to the McDowell coaching staff. And in particular, they want to visit with head coach. Oh, that is Brewer Darrell Brewer.
I think that helped our Central out because when they called the play, they seemed a little confused right there. But by the official going to talk to Darrell Brewer, it gave them a moment to figure out what the play was.
So it is 1st and goal for the Hilltoppers at the McDowell 5. Uh-oh, Costin taking it to the 1-yard line after the fumbled snap once again. Doing a great job of playing heads-up football, getting the extra yards. Tell you what, he's likely to push it into the end zone by having to cover up the football like that. Ball stopped. It's dead right there at the 1-yard line. 2nd and goal. Come on, Hilltoppers. Push it over the plane. Let's get 6 points here. Costin in. Touchdown, Hilltoppers. That comes with 8:19 to go here in the fourth quarter. And that is a really big one for the Hilltoppers now as they increase their lead, and they will attempt the point after kick. Should be McDaniel coming on for the point after kick. Central still trying to get everybody in there for the point after kick. Here's the place. Here's the boot, and it is good. So, McDaniel collects the extra point, Nick McDaniel, and that now makes the score Hilltoppers 14, McDowell 6 with 8:19 to go here in the fourth quarter. This is high school football Friday night.
If you're in search of the perfect wooden building, well, the search is over. J. Johnson Sales Incorporated offers all American-made, reliable, and sturdy products, and they can be installed in as little as 30 days. No credit check and financing is available. All buildings are custom-made, and J. Johnson is committed to the service even after the sale. They want you to be a lifelong customer and friend. Do business the old-fashioned way. Stop by and see them at 2690 US 221 South in Forest City. The American pride of Rutherford County is J. Johnson Sales. They've got your building. Stop in and see them today.
High school football Friday night here on the Foothills Most Sports, WCAB. Hilltoppers now enjoying an 8-point, 14-6 lead after quarterback Jaden Costin takes it in from 1 yard out. Now the kick following that Costin touchdown. Titans trying to take it out to the far side of the field looking for some running room, but Hilltoppers doing a great job of keeping up with the Titans, and he's going to be dropped back at about the 31-yard line, so no return really on that kick.
Jag, got an update from Bessemer City. Trojans defense showing out tonight. They've got 3 turnovers, and that turned into an 8-yard TD run and the extra point was good. It is now 14-0 with 5:49 left in the second quarter.
Good job for Chase getting a late start tonight because of inclement weather. 1st and 10 here for McDowell. Number 4 for McDowell on the carry there. That is Jacob Pearson. Picks up only about a yard, maybe 2. We'll give him 2. Push it up to the 23-yard line.
Ball can be spotted at their own 23-yard line.
I'm going to call that more like 2nd 8. Because I'm feeling a little bit generous, not a whole lot, but be nice to our visitors. Here's a handoff this time, and Quatavian Moore takes off to the far side of the field, has running room, but he is caught from behind and he is dropped. He gets the first down, lots of running there, but he could have been gone to the house, and instead gets caught from behind, stopped up at the McDowell 38.
Our Central, even though he got the first down, they do a good job of not giving up on the play. So many times in high school football, you'll see the ball carrier get past the defense, and they'll just kind of give up. And the defender there just ran him down from behind with a shoelace tackle.
And it possibly prevented him from going all the way to the opposite end of the field. Like this situation here, a whole lot better. 1st and 10. McDowell now up to their 38-yard line. And here's Riley Moore, and quickly in there on the stop. 3-4 Hilltopper defenders. No gain on that play.
I can't brag enough on the way the defense is playing tonight. Riley Moore did a not so good job. He came off his feet and kind of leaped into the defensive line. And that's something you don't want to do to the RS Central defensive line because you're not going anywhere.
Second and 10 now for me. And here again, McDowell, the clock continues to roll. We're down to 6:05 to go.
Yeah, no hurry.
I just have to question the time management philosophies. And this time, oh, what a hit! Quatavian Moore taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
I can't see the number. I think it's number 10. That's Tyree Marcy up and over the running back.
He did a great job there on Moore. And now it is going to result in about a 3rd and 11 for McDowell.
once again, McDowell just showing no hurry at all.
We're already down to 5:28 to go. They're down by 8 points. You're looking now. Keep in mind that when I gave them a hard time about that at the end of the second quarter, came right out then and boom, scored a touchdown.
Yeah, but that's just a little different. They're not on the 5-yard line.
Well, that's true, too. They're up the field quite a ways here. At their own 36, they're looking at 3rd and 11. Shotgun snap to Riley Moore, and he's going to go down! Huge sack! Oh, my gosh! I am looking for big number 78.
78 is J.W. Bradley.
What a job by Bradley. He sacks the McDowell quarterback at the 27-yard line. Great job, J.W.
He just shot through the line, and the offensive lineman had no chance of blocking him.
Now whistles blow, and Hilltoppers want timeout here. It will be 4th and 22, and hopefully a punt coming up here from McDowell. We have 4:26 to go here in the fourth quarter. Hilltoppers leading by 8, 14-6 over McDowell. This is high school football Friday night.
Your number one source for used, damaged, insurance auction, rebuildable auto parts, Robbins Auto Parts, 1875 Harris Henrietta Road, Henrietta. Robbins Auto Parts is a family-owned and operated business by Marty and Terry Robbins. Professional experience in auto parts since 1960. Call on Robbins Auto Parts 657-5732 or visit them at www.robbinsautoparts.com.
High school football Friday night here on WCAB. 4th down for McDowell. Here is the punt. It's away clean. And Hilltoppers are going to move away from it wise. And it will be down at about the 28-yard line.
Yeah, I'm not fielding another punt. The way the two that they fielded ended up, I'm just telling my up-backs just to run away from it.
Yeah, we can work on that this coming week in practice, perhaps, and clean that up a bit. Also, the snap exchange between center and quarterback, we'll work on that this coming week.
Yep, if I'm the center, the coach over the offensive line, I'm getting a football. I'm going to make it wet, and I'm going to have them snap it all week long.
1st and 10 for the Hilltoppers. If they can keep a drive going for 4 minutes, they can walk away with this 8-point win here tonight. Yeah, just a yard picked up there by Hines. Well, maybe it was Xavier Toms there. 1 yard, it looks like. Put the ball down at 29. But the clock can run now, so we're down to 3:45 to go. 2nd and 9 Hilltoppers. Just going to have good ball control here. Let the clock become our friend. And here's a handoff from Costin, and not a whole lot of daylight here. That is number 30 for the Hilltoppers on the carry. That is Gibbs. No gain, really. They put the ball right back down on the 29. Down to 3:15 to go. 3rd and 9. It would really help if they could pick up a first down. Take a lot of the pressure off here. Let's see if the Hilltoppers can pick up 9 yards. Here's Costin on the keeper. Cutting to the left, now trying to cut back in toward the middle. Works it up to about the 35 for a 6-yard gain. But that is going to leave the Hilltoppers well short of the first down marker.
Got a timeout, McDowell.
And McDowell wisely, probably. That is their last timeout. But they use it to stop the clock with 2:51 to go. So now, facing 4th and 3, Hilltoppers will punt the football away. They need to get a good, clean punt. J.W. Bradley has been doing that tonight. He's had great defensive play. He's had some great punts here tonight. He needs one more here. And then if the Hilltoppers defense can prevent a big play and bury McDowell deep in their own end of the field, Hilltoppers should. They're only 251 away from collecting an 8-point win here tonight.
Good punt.
Here's the punt. And it is going to be downed by the Hilltoppers.
And a late flag.
Late flag came out.
I don't know what this could be because it didn't look like anybody touched anybody.
And it was way over here where nobody was. Looks like the Hilltoppers down at the McDowell 38. What is the problem here? We'll await the call from the referee. Still a conference going on here. Hilltoppers down to back at about the McDowell 38. Another unsportsmanlike.
Offsetting.
Oh, both. Okay, offsetting. Unsportsmanlike against both teams.
You know, I'm thinking about last year, Jay. And there's been a few penalties here this year, but I remember last year at this time, the first game of the season we were covering when we were covering RS. RS had like 15 penalties that first game.
Yep.
And they've done a better job tonight.
They have. First and 10 McDowell, 2:42 to go. They trail by 8. First and 10 from their own 38-yard line. Quarterback, Riley Moore, shotgun snap, pass, caught, out of bounds at midfield.
And that's number 46, Preston Denson.
I think that is his first catch, first mention of the whole night.
You talk about a 2-minute drill pass. That was a perfect 2-minute drill pass right there.
It didn't take much time off the clock. 2:36 to go. Picks up the first down. First and 10, McDowell at their own 49. They are almost at midfield. Here's the shotgun snap. Moore rolls out to his left. He's looking, now tucks it away, runs out of bounds in front of the McDowell bench up at about the Hilltoppers 42.
We talked about it earlier. You know, the defense is playing great, but they've been on the field all night long. So is this where the RS Central defense is just tired?
The Hilltoppers could have just kept that last offensive drive moving. But now the clock stops, 2:26 to go. 2nd and 3 for McDowell at the Hilltoppers 42. Here's the snap. Moore rolling out to his right under some pressure. Launches the pass. Diving incomplete. Clock stops with 2:17 to go. And it will bring up 3rd and 3. In case you were just tuning in, this has been a low-scoring affair here tonight in Rutherford. Seen some great defensive play. 14-6, an 8-point lead for the Hilltoppers. You're down to 2:17 to go. McDowell has the ball. 3rd and 3 now at the Hilltoppers 42-yard line. Big play coming up here. Although you know if they don't make it here, definitely going to go for it on 4th down. Here's the snap. Here's Riley Moore looking back. Fires a rifle over the middle, and it is caught over to the far side of the field. And he is going to come back in toward the end zone. Touchdown, McDowell.
Well, Jay, you know what? That was a great play. The wide receiver was wide open. 2 defenders were back there, but they were nowhere near the receiver. And I think they bit on the play action. Now you have to go for 2.
That is number 83 on the receiving end of that catch. That was Seth Baird, the junior. That was from 32 yards out.
Tried to 2-point conversion, it looks like. Hilltop at defense. Let's go. Let's have a stand right here. Let's go, boys.
So here we go. McDowell lining up, trying to go for a 2-point conversion here. Here's the pass. Incomplete. Oh, so close, but batted down by the Hilltoppers. And the 2-point try by McDowell is going to leave them 2 points behind. Wow, 2:04 to go in this game. And our score is now RS Central 14, McDowell 12. This is high school football, Friday night.
With today's hurry-up and undependable world, you need an insurance agency that will give you excellent service. Maxwell B. Hamrick Agency delivers the security and service that you're looking for. You'll always be in good hands with Hamrick Insurance. They offer auto, business, homeowners, health, and life. They are an independent agency with 3 locations to conveniently serve you: Main Street in Boiling Springs, Lafayette Street in Shelby, and Huntley Street in Spindale. Call Maxwell B. Hamrick Insurance today at 286-2384.
High school football Friday night. The Hilltoppers defense, another big play. They could have just collected a win tonight here for the Hilltoppers by busting up that 2-point try by McDowell. 2 minutes, 4 seconds left to go. Going to try an onside kick here. And I believe
RS Central recovered it.
Yes. RS Central Falls gets it at their own 45. So now 2:01 to go.
46, 47-yard line.
Here's one you haven't heard in a while. 12-yard touchdown pass from Mooney to Jones. Cavs retake the lead, 35-34, with less than 5 minutes to go in the third quarter.
Wow. What a game. A lot of points.
That game's taking a while, too. We're almost done with this one.
Well, that many points, yeah, it's been probably a lot of passing going on up there. 1st and 10. Here's Gostin on the keeper. Brings it all the way to the near side of the field. Knocked out of bounds right in front of the Central crowd at the McDowell 47.
Costin, being such a little frame, took that hit like he's a running back. He hit the defender pretty hard, and they both went out of bounds. But he got a lot of yards on that play.
Yeah, he collected about 7 yards. 2nd and 3 now for the Hilltoppers. Whistles blow at the snap. But he jumped the gun here.
Illegal shift on the Hilltoppers.
At a back about 5. Maybe 2nd and 8.
Can't do anything easy, Jay. You have to back it up and try for the harder play.
Just like for the time to kick down. We're down to minute 48. Come on, guys. Just come on. We're this close. Here we go. 3rd and 8. 2nd and 8. Make that. And this time getting back some of that lost yardage. Hines right up to midfield at 50. Yeah, let's not make it 7. That's more like 6. 3rd and 6. Now the clock is running. We are down to minute 25. McDowell out of timeouts. They cannot stop the clock. So the Hilltoppers really need to just milk this for all they can. Down to minute 10 to go as they step up to the line of scrimmage. Here's the snap. Costin on the keeper. Costin picks up the first down. Costin comes back to the near side. Costin all the way up. Costin's going to go in. Touchdown. Hilltoppers. Unbelievable.
Costin had the blockers out there. I tell you what, the wide receiver did a great job of taking out that last running back, or last corner, but Costa did a lot of the work by himself with his own 2 feet.
Jaden Costa thought that he got the first down. Great. Then he just kind of stopped for a second, took off a second time, came over to the near sideline, kind of slowed up just a bit, took off again. Great run, 50-yard touchdown run from Costa. No, the point after kick by McDaniel, not good there, a little bit too low. Did not clear the crossbar. But the good news is, with 54 seconds to go in the fourth quarter, quarterback Jaden Costa may have just sealed the deal for RS Central. His 50-yard touchdown run going to put the Hilltoppers up 20-12 over McDowell. This is high school football Friday night.
Be one of the first to enjoy the grand reopening of Lifestyle Wellness and Spa Thursday, August 29th. One day only, but you'll want to see the renovated pool, the new Precor ellipticals, and, of course, the hydro massage chairs. What a treat that is. Lifestyle Wellness and Spa has been locally owned and operated for 31 years. This event Thursday, August 29th, is a celebration of the new renovated pool, the new equipment, and their great programs for seniors. Join for only $1 for a limited time and be a part of the team that cares about you and your health. Be there Thursday, August 29th at Lifestyle Wellness and Spa, Rockwood Plaza, Forest City.
High school football Friday night, 54 seconds to go in this one. Looks like it could be a Hilltoppers win. This is the kick. Taken by McDowell, the 18. Now kept back toward the opposite side of the field. Way over on the opposite side of the field. Going to move it up almost to the 30, and they may give a forward progress up to the 30. And now it looks like a fight breaks out on the far side of the field.
They're going to call a flag on Central for throwing them out of bounds, but no whistle has been blown. You've made contact now, and then the McDowell player gets up and kicks the RS Central Hilltopper. Then the shoving fight happens.
Now another flag is thrown.
I just, you don't want to do this in high school football, because if you get thrown out of this game, you get thrown out of what, 2 games?
Yeah, you can sit out for the next 2 games. So the officials now trying to sort this out. We only have 45 seconds left. But both, well, the McDowell team all together on their side of the field. Hilltopper is just pretty much normal sideline.
One of the Central Hilltoppers came over and took his pads off, so I'm assuming
possible ejection then.
And that would be
the 2-game disqualification. Under most, now there's a difference. I always get them confused. You got ejection, you got disqualification, and trying to keep all this straight sometimes. Then, of course, there is a possibility to appeal it this week and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, you're going to get thrown out of the game with 44 seconds to go.
Okay, now our officials are coming over to talk to the RS Central coaching staff.
Personal foul against the Titans.
Personal foul against McDowell.
Scratch that. Personal foul against the Hilltoppers.
Personal foul against the Hilltoppers. Comes over to talk to the coach. And I believe that is that could be to explain that somebody has been tossed. Unsportsmanlike against the Hilltoppers. So we have personal foul against Hilltoppers. We have an unsportsmanlike against the Hilltoppers.
Look at that field, this spot.
Yeah, it's already on the central end of the field.
The Knights are going to have the ball first and 10 from the Hilltoppers 45-yard line.
Yeah, you heard that right. It's going to be 1st and 10 McDowell at the Hilltoppers 45. So just about every time we think we've got this thing sealed, there's a ray of hope for McDowell to get back in. It's an 8-point Hilltoppers lead. 45 seconds to go. But with those penalties, you have just set up McDowell 1st and 10 at the Central 45. Quarterback Ryan Moore taking time. Now, he's going to take it away and run with it. Takes off far side of the field. Runs out of bounds.
There's going to be a holding flag on McDowell.
I did see a penalty flag come flying out. You are right. It is holding against McDowell. Riley or Moore took it back up to about the Hilltoppers 40 where he chased out bounds, but now penalty yardage is going to push this ball back to the McDowell 41-yard line. We are down to 35 seconds to go. They'll get the down over, but this is first and guilty because, 1st and 25-ish. 24, it looks like. 1st and 24. So McDowell back on their end of the field. Here's the snap. Here's Riley Moore. He's going to go down. Another sack. Guess who? Big number 78, J.W. Bradley in there. His second sack of the night. And now McDowell trying to get off a quick snap. They spike the football to stop the clock with 15 seconds left.
You know, Jay, if I'm RS, in my mind I'm thinking you go 3 down linemen, you bring everybody back, you try to stop the Hail Mary throw. But the way their defensive front has been playing, I almost don't want to do that because
I don't want to pull them back.
With J.W. Bradley on that defense, coming through and making those sacks, and he's been disruptive all night long.
He's had 2 huge sacks. Okay, here we go with 15 seconds to go. This is 3rd and about 34. And here's quarterback, and he is going to be dropped, and the clock will run out, and we finally have a Hilltoppers win here tonight. So many opportunities for McDowell to get back into this thing, but it takes us all the way to the final second. And our final score here tonight, RS Central 20, McDowell 12. Stay tuned now for the 5th quarter, our post-game show coming up momentarily here on High School Football Friday night.
If you need a car while your car is in the shop or need a van for a family trip, tell our friends at Family Car Rental what you need. They have the automobile that will fit your needs. Do business with a locally owned family-run business. Joe and Jill Rash are the owner-operators, and they treat you like family. Family Car Rental has expanded with 3 locations to serve you better. 895 South Broadway in Forest City, 500 West Dixon Boulevard in Shelby, and 956 Reapsville Road in Lincoln. Cash customers are always welcomed. Stop in soon to the famous Jesse James Railroad Express. Order up a delicious burger or specialty burger, club sandwich, or one of Jesse's popular hot dogs, a fresh salad, taco salad, or treat yourself to a refreshing milkshake. All orders made fresh every day. Hours are Monday through Saturday, 7 until 4. Wednesday, 7 until 11. Closed on Sunday. Jesse James Railroad Express, 531 Railroad Avenue, Rutherford. Or call 828-447-4644. Mondays only. Mention this ad and get a regular hot dog with mustard, chili, and onions for only 99 cents. That's Mondays only.
Market declines, unemployment, political uncertainty, oil prices. Today's headlines can be very scary. Hi, this is Andrew Tisdale, your Edward Jones financial advisor, and I'm here to work with you to help you understand the impact of these short-term events and how to be positioned for the long term. We provide the tools for a logical, reasoned, disciplined approach to investing. Don't let these headlines derail your long-term financial strategy. Come and stop by our office to set a face-to-face appointment for straight talk. We're at 173 Railroad Avenue in the Food Line Plaza. Edward Jones, making sense of investing.
From the bedroom to the boardroom, thousands are getting their day started with the first news, weather, and sports on the morning show with Jim Bishop here on WCAB Rutherfordton.
High school football Friday night here on WCAB, and welcome in to the fifth quarter. It's our post-game broadcast. RS Central collecting the win tonight. Hilltoppers hold off McDowell by a final score of 20-12. Now, I don't know, and you're realizing here that 77 points have now been put up in the game up in Hendersonville. East Rutherford is trailing West Henderson. Okay? Falcons 42, Cavaliers 35. But that is with 2:23 to go in the third quarter. So I don't know if they've been held up for any other reason tonight other than the fact that it must be just pass after pass after pass. But they still got just over a whole quarter of football left to be played. The Cavaliers currently trailing by 7. Quite a battle going on up there. Just going to take a look and see if we had anything else to report.
Chase in the third quarter leading 21-0 over Bessemer City. Apparently the defense right at halftime had a 4th and short stand, so they stopped them at halftime and came out and scored right away.
How about that? That'd be a great way for Chase to start off the year. Happy to see it for Coach Radford. I like him, and I think, given some time, I think he's really going to build a great program down there at Chase. This is going to be a big win tonight here for Coach Brad Hutchins, his staff. It wasn't the cleanest of games, no doubt about that, but it's a win. And anytime you can collect a win, especially on your opening game of the season, you definitely want to get that. And this is one last year that the Hilltoppers did not get. So already starting off 1-0, and you get a little bit of revenge from losing that contest last year up in Marion. In fact, that was a 15-point McDowell win last year. Well, tonight, Hilltoppers come away with the 8-point win, 20-12. Here's a quick recap of our exciting third and fourth quarters tonight. 8:19 to go in the final quarter. It was quarterback Jaden Costin of the Hilltoppers. Took it in from 1 yard out. Point after kick by Nick McDaniel was good. Hilltoppers took an 8-point lead, 14-6. But McDowell would try to answer. With 2:04 to go in the final quarter, it was quarterback Riley Moore connecting with Seth Baird on a 32-yard touchdown pass play. They tried to go for 2 points to tie it up. That pass was blocked. It fell incomplete. Hilltoppers held on to a 2-point lead at that point, 14-12. Then RS Central quarterback Jaden Costin would seal the deal with just under a minute to go in the game. Takes off 50 yards into the end zone, collects the 6. Nick McDaniel attempts his point after kick there, but it was a bad kick. It was no good, but brings us to the final margin of victory tonight. Hilltoppers defeat McDowell by a score of 20-12. Let's see, Kevin Carver says that Jaden Costin tonight finished up at 17 carries, total of 131 rushing yards. And, of course, he got a big chunk of that on that 50-yard touchdown run that he had there at the end of the game. So good showing tonight for the RS Central sophomore quarterback, Jaden Costin. Cliff, any reflections on this one? Anything that's going to stick with you?
Defense is Central's new key. In years past, it's been offense. And this year, it looks like they switched it up a little bit. Defense played really, really sound. They like we talked about when McDowell would go to run the option. Guy got the pitch man. Guy got the quarterback. Did perfect. You couldn't have asked for better technique on that. Clean up a few of the penalties, the fumbles between the quarterback and the center. Clean that up, and I believe this would have been a different game. I mean, it's still same outcome, but I think it would have been more points scored.
Mm-hmm.
The areas that Central failed in were their own undoing. I don't think McDowell caused anything. The one interception was due to the ball being underthrown. You know, like I said, Central shot themselves in the foot in that area. But guess what? Their defense kept them in the game all night long.
Much better start for the Hilltoppers this season than 1 year ago.
Definitely. I feel like this is a better team than I've seen from RS Central the past few years.
And maybe now that Coach Hutchins really getting the program established the way he wants it to be, you've got to give a new head coach a couple of years to really get things built. So maybe now this is the turning point for the Hilltoppers. I was just looking ahead because next week RS Central travels up to Morganton, Patton. So RS Central next week will be at Patton. Taking a look at other games involving our teams, our featured game of the week, we will head to Chase. Cherryville comes to town to visit Chase. That will be next Friday night out at Allen Stadium. Hickory Hawks. The Hickory Hawks are scheduled to be in Avondale to visit Thomas Jefferson and East Rutherford. Another road game next Friday night. This time around, Cavaliers travel up to North Lincoln. So a good win here tonight as the Hilltoppers start off their season 1-0, defeating McDowell. Final score, RS Central 20, McDowell 12. Have one bit of business left to take care of on this high school football Friday night. I do not think it's likely that we will receive a final on either the Chase at Bessemer City or the East Rutherford at West Henderson game before we sign off the airwaves here this evening. Certainly, we'll have that on our Facebook, Twitter feeds, and worst case scenario, I'll have it for you early in the morning on the morning report here on WCAB. Final score here, Central 12, Central 20, McDowell 12, 8-point win for the Hilltoppers. We'll be back to announce our season's first WCAB Player of the Game recipient after this final timeout of high school football Friday night.
Hi, sir. I see you checking out our delicious pizzas. Did you know that the Drop-In has 1,024 ways to top off your Drop-In pizza? Choose between 10 different toppings and all at no extra cost.
Well, how much are the pizzas?
Well, our delicious Hunt Brothers pizzas are only $9.99.
Great. I want a pizza with pepperoni, beef, and bell peppers. Hey, could you add Italian sausage and onions and jalapeno peppers too? How much now?
Still only $9.99.
Well, how about adding banana peppers and bacon? How much now?
Still just $9.99.
And this is crazy. Can I add mushrooms and black olives?
You sure can. Some places may add $1 or more to the additional toppings, but not at the Drop-In. It's always no extra charge. And you can stop in early for breakfast pizza or try a hunk of pizza for lunch or call ahead to pick up a whole pizza for supper. So come on, drop in. If you're in search of the perfect wooden building, well, the search is over. J. Johnson Sales Incorporated offers all American-made, reliable, and sturdy products, and they can be installed in as little as 30 days. No credit check and financing is available. All buildings are custom-made, and J. Johnson is committed to the service even after the sale. They want you to be a lifelong customer and friend. Do business the old-fashioned way. Stop by and see them at 2690 US 221 South in Forest City. The American pride of Rutherford County is J. Johnson Sales. They've got your building. Stop in and see them today.
Nobody gets a better deal than the customers of Sisk Family Ford. They have the proven record of the best deal. It's your place to shop for your truck. Get a good look at the selection of SUVs, Escapes, Edge, and Explorers. Sisk Family Ford can put you in the family car or truck of your choice any day you want to make a change. Try one on for a ride. Make your next deal a Sisk Family Ford deal. Shop local and get your best agreement for the next automobile. Sisk Family Ford, Oak Street, Forest City.
AM 590 WCAB Rutherfordton with FM translator service on W265DW at 100.9.
High school football Friday night. It is the fifth quarter, our post-game broadcast. RS Central tonight, a good win, good way to open up the season. 20-12, the final victory tonight. The score for Hilltoppers over the McDowell Titans. Fans, we have just one bit of business left to take care of on this high school football Friday night. It is time to announce our first recipient, the WCAB Player of the Game Award. Cliff, once again, it is an awesome-looking award. I find it difficult to describe, but it is kind of shaped, it's metal, and it kind of looks like football, and it sits on this really cool little stand.
Yeah, help me out. I'm
trying to think descriptive.
So it's almost the size of a football, obviously not width-wise, but length-wise.
It's pretty big.
Yeah, and it's got a really nice design. It's got the player's name, the game, the date, and, of course, WCAB. It's engraved in it. I can remember last year when we unveiled it at the TJ game last year, and we had it sitting on the stands. People were coming by, taking pictures of it, and we hadn't even given it to the young man that earned it the week before, and that's why we had it, was to give it to him. And people were like, "Oh man, that's so awesome!" And I can remember talking to Nomi McMullins later on in the summer, and he was like, "Hey man, I never got one of those." And I was like, "No, but you got plenty of those other ones too." And you know, the recipients last year, when I handed them over and we took pictures with them, they definitely were excited about it. And Tyler does a great job of getting them ready for us to hand out. And that's Tyler Horn from Horn's Custom Metalwork.
What can he do? What kind of metal stuff does he do?
So one of the things that I was truly amazed by, everybody knows that if you don't hang a ceiling fan correctly, it'll wobble. Right?
Oh, yeah.
Well, he made a ceiling fan out of the metal, the blades, out of the metal that he does, and it's so perfectly cut that it doesn't wobble. And it's got like it's a deer Meadowbrook brook scene, and he does. I know a lot of people see at farms that have the big H's or big letters, to represent the name, like the brand of the name. He does those. He does wall hangings. He did a car show event that had pistons that he cut in metal, and it doesn't take him long at all. You give him a design, he'll shoot you what he thinks it should look like, and any changes that you have, I know that's what we did with him last year. I gave him an idea, and we wanted it a certain way, and he had no hesitation to fix it exactly the way we wanted it.
So anything to do as far as metal work, he'd be a great person to call.
I'm telling you, there's a lot of things, and it's not expensive because he does it here. It's not like sending it off, and we talked about sending stuff off and having it made. He does it straight right here, just right up the road from where we are at right now, and he can get it, he cuts it, he buys the metal himself locally, he cuts it locally, anything you want, and it doesn't take long. He doesn't have that. He will ship it if you need it shipped. But most of the time I just meet him, and he's got an office, and just basically right out and try on.
And I really like the no-wobble fan.
Yeah. I can't even hang a regular ceiling fan without it wobbling. People say, put a penny on it, and,
Oh, no, I've heard all that, too.
He cuts this metal, and it's perfect, and the artwork that he does is just amazing.
Well, guess what? It is time to present our first WCAB Player of the Game Award. Fans, I get happy when I can do this because for the first time in a number of games, there is a defensive player tonight who stands out to both of us so well that we have got to recognize this young man's efforts here tonight in this Hilltoppers win. I guess I don't have anything to do a big drum roll with here. But amazingly, this young man is a sophomore. In fact, not only a sophomore, but he's a pretty good-sized guy. 6'2", 260 pounds on the roster. If he gets in your face, you're probably going to know it. And he had 2 huge sacks here tonight, had countless other tackles. He was intimidating, I think, to the McDowell offense all night long. We're going to congratulate a defensive player of the night. It is number 78, also the punter for the Hilltoppers. It is J.W. Bradley. So, J.W. Bradley, congratulations. You are this season's first WCAB Player of the Game. And you can look forward here next week or two. We'll get that beautiful award to you. And I know you'll be impressed because, like Cliff says, people stop and take pictures of it. There you go. Congratulations, J.W. Bradley. Congratulations tonight to the RS Central Hilltoppers. Great win, great way to open up the season. No, Coach Hutchins will be happy walking away with a 20-12 win. And a good way to start off another season of high school football Friday night here on WCAB. So, our thanks to Lou Gillum and also to Kevin Pleasant back at the radio station tonight. They are our audio engineers, executive producers, and general all-around good folks. Our thanks to Jim Bishop, also to Tracy Smith, Todd Kaiser, and for my faithful companion. And we say that kind of in a humorous way. Turns out that is what Cliff was named in our brand new Foothills News Journal that is now out in the mail. It's the annual WCAB newspaper, tabloid, the paper, so to speak. But yeah, Cliff and I have gotten quite a laugh tonight. We keep talking about Jay's faithful companion, Cliff Palmieri. Hey, my thanks to Aldo Serrani as well. He has been busy tonight shooting video highlights. We're going to be busy editing, putting that together. We'll let you know for sure, but hopefully a couple of days we'll get that up so you can see the highlights of tonight's game. Looking forward to the video highlights of both the WCAB YouTube channel and our Isothermal Community College YouTube channel. For Cliff, I am Mr. Friday Night, Jay Coombs. Thanks to all of you for joining us here tonight on another season. Thanks for tuning in to High School Football Friday Night.
Do you need some extra money in your pocket? Try Insurance Service Associates, your local independent agent. We can shop your auto and home insurance with several companies to get you better coverage and the best rate. Insurance Service Associates at 127 East Trade Street in Forest City for auto, home, or commercial insurance. More choices, better coverage, best rate. That's Insurance Service Associates, 245-5301.
McCurry Deck Motors has been providing the stylish Buick for families for generations. Come browse a new selection and you'll find the car that everybody's talking about. The family